Can you guys hear us? Do you have the music? Is things too overpowering? Thank you, Timmy! Do you have the music? Is things too overpowering? Thank you, Timmy! Oh no, there's some sort of music. Is things too overpowering? Thank you, Timmy! Oh no. Alright. Is things too overpowering? Thank you, Timmy! Everybody mute the stream on their end. Thank you! Take two, rest in peace, headphone users. Your boy Case did a little fucky wucky. But real quick, you guys might have noticed the Squirtle also did not play his sax when awesome people gifted subs. I'm gonna fix that right now, guys. That was also on me. There's a lot of— Stop being kind! Shit! Everyone stop for 3 seconds while I get— because it's not giving you the pretty sounds. And I know it's the only reason why we do this.
I can't get the pretty sounds anyway because I have to have the stream muted.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna check if everything is working by doing this. Okay! Alright, now you guys can be kind. Alright, so all of you are starting out already with some advantage. Go ahead and make a note that you guys have a little duck. I don't have a way to— as the harks interrupt me. But, guys, thank you so much for coming. Yes, make sure all the lurks are working, all the harks are working. I am so sorry. We had such an amazing hype train and all the sound wasn't working. I am so sorry. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for gifting. If we get to a hype train level 6, I will start everybody off with side quests. Roa, the progenitor, the creator of our side quests is here. She's how do I point? You're there. That's where you are. Right down. Right. Oh, there we go. Right there. That's how I point to her. Okay, I will grab your laptop for you. Our amazing Amber the Wizard has hurt her knee, so my apologies. Occasionally I will pop up like Bitch Boy and get her stuff for her. More or less. We'll just see how this goes. Ugh, all right. Notes, paper, everything. Headphones back on. Hopefully the background noise behind me isn't too terrible. Okay. Who here is in chat right now that is not already a person in our Discord game? Just need to see, because I'm gonna need names for taverns, names for villagers. I have a really cool area that we're exploring tonight in my D&D world that you guys have never really been to before. I don't think has anyone ever seen any content in my world featuring Ninova. Both players and chat hosts.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? All right. Well, we're gonna get in for a really fun night. I'm gonna pop right into character intros. 2 sentences about you, 2 sentences about your character, and then I'm gonna dive in on why we're playing this game and who you guys are and why you're all so awesome. All right. Go ahead. We're gonna start with who's ready to start. I don't want to like.
I got it. I'll go first.
You'll go first. Okay, cool. Now
yep.
I need someone in chat to let me know how well can you hear each person, and do I need to turn them up on my end? So, Fairywind, are you in there? Timmy, Roses, Air. Case is quiet. Okay, am I good? Better like this? I can mess with that. And then the next voice you're gonna hear is Snave. Do let me know how loud Snave is. Snave, take it away.
I'm Snave. Gamer dad, just like Case. I stream sometimes.
All right, tell us about your character.
playing Bandit, or Atreyu Bandit Snigglefritz. He's a land druid, and he's there at school studying creation, like how to build things from the magic of the earth.
All right, very, very cool. We're gonna go ahead and do go ahead and do side quests anyway. So, Roa, if you want to roll side quests for our different players as they're doing their intro, and then you guys have seen the stream before. These are a little fun. Okay, so Snave, if you want to just copy and paste the side quest that Roa just gave you in chat right now, that is for you to do, and you can get that little a bonus to your AC if you complete it. All right. We're gonna go. Hombre Lobo, are you prepared?
I am prepared.
All right, go ahead. Tell us 2 cents about you, 2 sentences about your character.
Hi, I'm Hombre Lobo, avid gamer, weekend streamer. My character's name is Hagen Daz. Hagen of Clan Daz, to be more precise. He's a dwarven fighter. And he is in this school to study economics, nature stuff, and culinary.
All right, and what is Hagen Daz's passive perception?
Looking at my sheet here.
Yeah. Also, what is Bandit's passive perception?
24.
24.
That'd be a 16.
Your passive perception is 24? Damn! Someone has the observant feed.
I do.
All right.
Observant and tough. Observant and tough.
Hell yeah. Rainer, go ahead and let me know. Oh, and real quick, Hombre Lobo, what Ro just posted in the chat that's been shouted out by Nightbot, that is your side quest. And if you complete it, you get an additional use of Action Surge, which is really good.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Just copy that so you guys can refer back to it. Next, we go with Rain.
All right. Hello. I am Zemidus. I am playing Rainin Steel. Both of us are consummate professionals and creators of many things. However, my pursuits are more engineering, while his pursuits are more everything. Rainin is majoring in arcane warfare and is currently working on his master's degree.
I'm really one of our first master students that we're seeing at the academy. There are obviously like other ones, but like this is kind of our first player kind of exploring the master's degree program, so I'm very excited. All right, last but not least, oh, real quick, yeah, thank you, Roa, you're already on top of it. Spitting out that delicious, amazing, so that'll be like 2 sorcery points, I imagine, for you. All right, next up.
Sorry, Zemi, but that is one of my favorites.
That's a good
Hi, I'm Roa. I'm here back playing Ada once again. Ada, if you have not already met her, she is a auto-gnome. She was created by a paranoid scientist and discovered recently underneath the academy, and now she's enrolled because she needs to catch up on what's been going on, and she's honestly pretty new to the world anyway and doesn't really know what's going on.
Yes.
So, so I don't think I have anything else to say about her.
Anything about you?
Oh no, I'm a secret. I'm a mysterious secret. I also like to do crafts. I'm very excited that Zemi and I have characters in the Creators Club, along with Amber the Wizard as well.
Yes,
I'm glad
Amber
that
the Wizard, who plays Jewel, is in the Creators Club as well. And if you guys have any questions about the Red Raven Academy, we've recently revamped some of the wiki about the Red Raven Academy and the Chorus catalog. So feel free to go check that out. Go ahead and roll your side quest.
Oh right, almost forgot. And she has not declared a major yet.
That is okay. You can be undeclared. And Rain, what is your passive perception?
17.
And Ada, what is your passive perception?
19.
You
But
guys
I
are
think it's the lowest
pretty.
in here.
You're all pretty. Like, there's normally like someone who's like 10. Like, you guys are all
Yeah.
pretty. Ready to get a lot of.
Normally
extra
it's the
classes.
fighter.
Yeah.
Normally it's the fighter that uses wisdom or into their dump stat, but
Hagen-Dazs still rocking the 16 is pretty
that's
fucking
good.
incredible. I've realized something horrid. I don't actually have my dice, and I must play with my dice. I will be playing with physical dice, and you guys are welcome to as well. I trust everyone here, so while I'm gone, real quick, guys, have very fun and relatable conversation. Maybe Hombre Lobo, talk about how you got that cool bag.
What a cool bag that is.
What a cool bag
That is such a cool bag. Wow.
I did a thing for an awesome charity, and then this showed up in my mail one day.
Nice.
Well, maybe if you do something cool for an awesome charity, maybe in relation to the stream, then you too can be the proud owner of it.
Oh, you can't see it. There's a box back there. It says God of War trading card game. It says stay sloppity on the front of it. I'm gonna use one giant blue die tonight on things that really need a roll, and I'll use roll 20 for everyone.
I'll probably use Roll20 for most things, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Well, I'm very excited. What do we think everybody's been up to this semester, so far? What do we think everybody's been up to while the Red Ravens have been, in the Astral Sea? Because I have no idea for myself, and I'm looking for ideas to steal.
Well, Bandit is almost graduating. He has 2 classes left. He can almost finish his artifact creation major. But, I don't know what he would have been doing. Probably.
Like I said, I have no idea. I think that Ada's been doing a lot of talking to that one.
My player
That guy who's
killer.
stuck in the
Chad, if you guys can
iron.
show me your favorite emojis, just so I can get rid of that bot.
Yes. Emojis.
I'm good.
Right. 21 heroes in the chat right now, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, and diving right back in, I am everyone else, and the reason why we're doing this amazing game tonight is because, well, these are some of the biggest supporters of our channel. They've also supported the charities that we represent pretty goddamn hard. So this is a game to be a bit of a thank you for them, and kind of a fun thing. I am bringing at least one other person into the game the next time we play in 2 weeks. This is the first of a 2-night event. I might bring an additional one of our tier 3 subscribers if I'm able to swing it. But thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you to these 4 just champions of fate, the 4 people you see before you. I do so much for the channel. It would take too long to kind of go into it, but just a couple of highlights. Snave has even made the journey down here with gifts for my son, and has brought all of them are huge financial backers. Hombre Lobo also has kindly donated a ton of Warhammer minis to the channel. Rain has put a lot of time and effort into the channel, both in playing games with me to help generate content, but also the lion's share of the Roll20 content that you guys are going to see tonight in all of our different stream games is done by Zemi, which is something I really need to take the time to learn, because both Snave and Zemi are very good at it, and I should just listen to people. And last but not least, the majority of the coding that you see in this channel is all handled by Revenge of the Athena, and a fair bit amount of the art as well. So as a thank you to these people, if you guys can tonight, I see air horns going off in the chat, please be rowdy, be crazy. If you can, throw a bunch of your channel points around, and try to support these guys, because they've certainly been supporting you in kind of a roundabout way. If you like this channel, if you enjoy this channel, a lot of the reason why this channel is able to be the thing it is because of the 4 people that you see in front of you right now. Not to mean that there aren't other unsung heroes. A lot of people see in the chat right now. Air, One Good Eye, Amber the Wizard, Oh Many Roses, Floyd to name a few. All of you guys are champions, and I appreciate all of you. And again, the dream of this channel is to have more and more stuff like this. The idea behind this channel in its infancy was that people who put into it can absolutely get more and more out of it, and be more and more a part of this world. Their creativity can be featured here, and that it can all be a part. Oh, sorry. And that no matter where you are, if you're part of this channel, you can have your IDs featured here. So one last time, if you can hear my voice right now, please spam some emojis. Please spam some channel point rewards. I love my lurkers, but I want to know who he is here and rocked and ready to go. And I have pointed out and asked all of the main gamers of the channel, so like Karama, Stothic, the Red Ravens, to show up and do something of a channel point drop. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully they come out and show up. Guys, thank you for the support in the chat. Now, here we go. So, you guys haven't been doing very well. Your entire excursion has been marred with horrible consequences. You're low on rations. The teleportation magic did not work. As you were sent out as members of the Crimson Guard to go forth and uphold the will of the school and help protect its students, something has gone horribly wrong. Where you were just supposed to teleport to, it didn't exactly go correct. As you shot through the night as twisting motes of light, things kept going horribly and horribly wrong. At one point, you felt like you were in the abyss. You saw a hell plane dance before your eyes before something snapped you back into reality, and you did not land where you were meant to land. Hold on. A 60. Good to know. And the barn door that you're sliding on isn't holding up very well at all. It's breaking apart, it's splintering. And all of you give me a con save right here, right now.
Next, Tristan. Because it's Tristan asking, I will do so.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Alright.
Plus 10, please.
Yes, I will ask you guys, I don't have Roll20 open, so do call out your rolls just like we're in real D&D. So, what did everybody get?
11.
11. Okay, you fail and you take 9 points of cold damage.
Oh.
Ombre,
I rolled a nat one.
what'd you get?
A nat one.
A nat 1. You take... Weirdly, with your nat 1, you only take 5 points of cold damage. The dice are on your side.
Tristan lad.
Alright. Rain.
I also rolled a nat 1.
Okay. Well, that die's gone forever, so I'm just going to reroll that a couple times. You take 12 points of cold damage. Ada?
Okay.
What?
What'd you...
Oh,
What's your gun say?
sorry, it sounds like you were saying I also took. 18 is what I got.
You're fine, but you feel the quivering feel. You know the stories of Tol Regal. You know how unforgiving she is. As the barn door continues to break apart, as ice shards splinter up, shearing the flesh of your compatriots, those squishy, delicate humanoids before you. They don't have metal skin like you. The icicles are tearing through them. You see snow and slush getting into their eyes as they scream and bring their faces down onto the breaking barn door. Now, my 3 gentlemen who failed, though you only took like a small amount of damage by comparison to how much HP you have, it was an excruciating amount of pain, of ice tearing into your eyelids, and you hear the thunder, the roar of Tol Regal getting louder and louder as you sled down this icy ravine. What are you guys doing to escape Tol Regal?
This is our way out? Like, we gotta go down the ravine on the door.
Yeah, this is, like, you were attacked by Tol Regal, and, like, you were able to rip off a barn door, and you're sledding down it as ice is shooting up around you. You hear the wing beats getting closer as the ancient frost dragon is getting closer and closer. You've entered its hunting grounds. You curse the teleportation magic and how you ended up in a hell dimension for a moment as you are going down the plains. You have zero control right now. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna summon up my floating disc
Okay.
and start riding that so I can get a little control back.
Okay, Rain looks at all of you and says deuces and creates a little magical disc and hops onto it.
Bandit scrambles on behind him.
Okay, Bandit. All right, so now two of you have escaped have escaped the barn door. Not all of you, I don't think, can fit on the disc. You might need to try to find a way to get control of the barn door.
I'm gonna pop my extra arms out and start like trying to like with a canoe, like how you try to steer. I'm just gonna try to be like using, but I don't want to slow us down too much, so it's really trying to just steer and not so much. Like, I'm trying to exert as little pressure as I can to because we want to keep going. We want to keep getting away.
Okay. So do you have proficiency in land vehicles?
Probably not.
Fun fact, that is my favorite proficiency in all of D&D is proficiency in land vehicles, because no one has proficiency in land vehicles.
Oh wait, but
No
Except that one
way.
time I had proficiency in all of them.
background.
Wait, Snave, you actually have proficiency in land vehicles?
I have proficiency in land vehicles.
Bandit, you look down and you see what Ada is trying to do, and you know you're skilled at it. You can stay on the Salvation, basking in the glow of the safety of Rain's disc, or you can hop back onto the barn door and help guide your allies. What do you choose?
Yeah, he's like, oh, come on, really? And he just like hops back over and lands on Ada.
Okay, so through Bandit's instructions, I'm gonna have you roll the check, but Ada, it's still you and your giant arms kind of doing it, so I'm gonna count this as the aid action. So, Bandit, go ahead and roll with advantage.
A steering wheel.
Yeah.
What check is that?
So he's just gonna roll twice and take the higher. You are aiding him in his land vehicle check.
16?
Half the volume of everyone else. Okay, all right. How about that? Is this a bit better? All right, 16. Okay, you are able to use Ada's extended arms like oars and kind of move the barn door out of the big pockets of ice. But now you look behind you, and tearing its way through this kind of ravine, this almost like icy canyon, swooping low, you see the colossal ancient frost dragon of Tol Regal. I don't think any of you are dragon slayers or have faced dragons before. So
we did actually last session.
you saw Nico's rival, the Draco Lich. I don't think you killed him.
We killed a dragon that was collecting very, very pretty elves.
Oh, you killed the dragon shard, the spirit. Yeah, I remember that was the final boss. That was, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. All right, so the three of you that were there will have advantage on this. So that'll be Ada, Bandit, and Rain will have advantage on this check, but everyone give me a wisdom saving throw versus fear. Sorry, Haagen-Dazs, this is the first time you've seen an ancient frost dragon, and they're heckin' terrifying.
Cool. I can roleplay this.
All right, everybody give me a roll. Also,
Unflappable with 24.
Also, Haagen-Dazs does bring up a very good point. If you ever narratively want to choose to fail a save for just kind of fun storytelling reasons, you are more than welcome to do that. If you're just like, nope, I'd be terrified, that is absolutely fine. All right, does anyone get higher? Who got higher than a 21?
I did.
You did?
No.
Okay, so what is my left side of the screen, you guys are quaking in fear. As long as you can see the source of fear, you have disadvantage on all attacks, and it says you pass. Its voice like an avalanche, like ice pouring over a waterfall and crashing to the ground that has now been frozen solid. Its rumble comes towards you, and all you feel is fear.
As I'm trying to gather my wits, I go, this is worse than that time I tried to make 100 gold souffle and it collapsed.
All right, so now with 3 of you on the barn and 1 of you are on the disc, you have many ways. You have to escape this dragon. What do you do?
All right. I'm gonna look to the dragon, look to my party, just give out a deep sigh, and then twin a haste on myself and Ada.
Yeah, but wait, it doubles your movement speed, right?
Yeah?
Yup.
I can move 90 feet in 6 seconds. Wait, sorry, I can move 90 feet. That's 1 movement speed, but then I can take the dash action. So...
And step of the wind to move.
What if you just like kicked your feet and pushed the door with us on it?
I do like the door. Can we flavor it? Okay, I feel like we need to flavor it one of 2 ways, but I'm leaning towards, you know, in the Grinch, like the old school one, like the hands down, like, and when like Max or whatever is underneath the like sled, Ada's gonna like, you know, she like falls up and then like she tumbles underneath the door and is like picking it up and is like, now.
Okay, all right. So you do your best Max impression. Okay, all right. Ada jumps off the. Yeah, Ada jumps off the barn door, like in front of it, and then it shoots up onto her back. As I'm gonna give you this one for free, you don't need to mark this, but your body enlarges so your shoulders so the barn door can fit better on the back of your shoulders. And go ahead and give me an athletics check.
And I also have my forearms like holding it.
Yes. Go if you want to go ahead and describe for chat, who might not be super familiar with Ada, what exactly is happening? What are they seeing?
So Ada can go basically Big Mech, so she can sprout 2 extra arms. She can sprout 2 extra arms a couple different ways. And she like, you see, like, imagine Voltron, like she's expanding, all these panels are kind of shifting around, and these 2 other mechanical arms come out of her, but they're like astrally projected, holding this board, this barn door in place, like trying to keep it nice and stable and flat for her friends. As she just starts running, and you can see like electricity on her like heels as she's like, not electricity, but close enough.
I mean, like, I can definitely see some like coursing electricity around Ada as she
magic
zooms.
powered, whatever. It looks like electricity. It's fine.
Yeah.
What did you want me to roll? I already lost track.
Athletics. This is an athletics check. How well you can.
Athletics.
Yeah. Sanic, is that you?
Would you like acrobatics instead?
No, this is hoisting a barn door onto your back and outrunning a dragon.
Any of the classes that I took give me proficiency?
I don't think so, but Heir of Zero has redeemed a gear shift. Thank you, Heir of Zero. My man. All right, so now you can use acrobatics. You must make a case on how you are making this obvious strength check into an acrobatics
What if I make it a stealth roll? And because we're trying to get away from the dragon, we're trying to hide from the dragon, so like maybe I'm trying to like move so fast I'm blurry.
Alright, we do also have a table duck available.
Yay!
I can probably help with what I was planning to do for myself in this.
Okay.
I was going to cast Blur on myself.
Okay.
Perfect.
So yeah, you cast Blur to make it hard for you to hit. Ada, go ahead and give me that self check as you find like shadowy patches of ice and different rock formations to dart under as you carry the barn door.
23.
23. Okay.
Okay, I'll aid her with that by flashbanging the dragon with my staff.
Ooh.
So
Sorry,
I will use my staff's ultimate.
What is it?
It's basically a flashbang.
Okay,
Let's
alright.
see. Inventory. Staff of Thunder and Lightning. Thunder and Lightning. I use an action to use Lightning Strike and Thunderclap. So I'll need a DC 17 Dexterity save, a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so it fails the dexterity but passes the con. As
Okay.
so you hold the energy, and as the dragon banks around the corner, kind of crashing through the stone and the ice, getting its terrifying frosted maw close to the end of the barn door, as the jaws snatch down, you thrust your staff forward, and yeah, tell me what happens as only the dexterity check is failed.
Okay, so it gets hit by a massive bolt of lightning.
Okay.
Whoops. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh. I'm trying to roll in Twitch, not Roll20.
You can if you want.
Okay. So it takes 25 lightning damage, 1 thunder damage, and it is load.
It is what?
Moves at half speed.
Okay, alright. So that's super effective. As it comes around, you blast it right in the eye, and you see the time magic whirl around the dragon, slowing its speed, and it dives into the ice. You, who here has taken monstrous biology? Oh.
I believe I would have.
Yes, so go ahead, you can give me a nature check.
That is a 21.
21. Okay, so though slowed and out of your vision, you know that that ice dragons are incredible burrowers. So you might be safe, but you might not be out of the woods yet. It might still be pursuing you. You don't know how. You're not quite sure. Ada, with your 21 check, you are moving swiftly through this frozen ravine and kind of going into a section of kind of overarching, I don't want to say caverns, but there's sections of ice and stone just kind of making a crisscross pattern above you as you slide deeper and deeper out of the mountain. Is there anything else you guys are doing? You're not sure if you're still being pursued or not, but you have like essentially a round of calm during this chase.
Just getting as far as I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to the back of the sled and just start pushing with as fast as my little dwarf legs can move.
I love it. Okay, give me an athletics check as well.
You got it. Ooh, and I got an advantage on athletics.
Oh hell yeah, brother!
Well, I rolled a 19 and a 12, so the 19 will do it.
Hell yeah, man! You just kind of like brace your shoulders and just kind of leap off the back. So you're just kind of hanging onto the back of the barn door. There's some rope and like what's left of a pulley system for some sort of shenanigans, maybe like where they bale the hay in through the top or something. You're not quite sure, but it is still secured attached to the door, and you are just kicking and kicking and kicking, propelling your guys forward faster and faster and faster. And that's about when you see the top of the mountain explode. The dragon clearly kind of went up through the mountain and snarls angrily, clutching its eyes. You're just as bad as that blasted mushroom. As ice pours out of its maw. It's so far away, there's no way that the breath attack can reach you, and a couple of you even have the gall to chuckle at the dragon's impotence, but then you feel everything shake. I don't know what he's doing, but I'd love it if he stopped. Oh, okay. Is there a way he can just stand on the porch with it? Is there any way can he play on the porch with it?
I know a mushroom. We have met a mushroom
okay,
before.
Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Do you want to sit here with me, buddy? Okay, no? Okay, alright. I apologize for my 2-year-old. Oh, Balmog! Giving me a Wrath of Oakland. Hell yeah. Alright. But it comes together swiftly in all of your minds that the dragon is creating an avalanche. And you see in the distance just rolling snow, the white tide of death streaming, surging swiftly towards you, moving almost like water. It's so brisk. So
okay, folks, so the important thing to do is to form like a nice little shelter, hunker down, and just stay there. And that'll be really dramatically satisfying for everyone.
You spout out that idea, but that might be difficult to do. You guys, because the combination of 2 checks over 20, you guys are moving. Like, using Ada's movement speed as a base of 270, like, you guys are going around 300 feet every 6 seconds, which in, like, medieval times is pretty swift.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. I have the Storm Guide ability. I can control the weather around me as a result.
Okay.
Would you say I could kind of,
I will not say that an avalanche is weather. I will not give you...
Okay.
The same way I wouldn't give you, like, a mudslide or, like, a rock slide is weather.
I can put
Sorry,
up a wall of stone. I don't know if it'll hold
I did
against
just
all
look
that.
it up, and
Oh.
in 6 seconds a horse could travel between 154 and 180 feet, so we are running 2 times faster than a horse.
Yes,
Sorry,
you guys
anyway.
are moving. Snave, a bandit calls out, I could make a wall of stone.
I don't know if it would hold against all that snow, though.
Hey,
Might
yo,
slow it
how
down so we
tall?
can keep running.
Hombre Lobo, what'd you say?
I yell, "How tall!" over the rushing sound we're going through.
How tall can you make the wall of stone?
I can make 10 20-foot... sorry. I'm reading it wrong. 10 by 10 foot panels.
Okay.
I can make 100 square feet.
Bandit, you're a ranger, right?
Oh, druid.
Druid. Okay, still. Give me perception or survival, your choice.
Oh, Raynon will actually shout out something as
ahead.
he talks about this. Use it to make a ramp. Ada, get ready to jump.
Oh, okay.
Roger
Oh,
that!
yeah.
I see what we're doing.
And then I will power trick to use my gust of wind in addition to the wall of stone and Ada's jumping potential.
Okay. I want a check from Ada. This can be acrobatics. I want a check from Haagen-Dazs, and if you want to make a spell attack roll to kind of represent like how well you channel your magic with your gust of wind.
Is that an athletics
Okay,
check?
spell-
Yep.
It's gonna be a 23 on acrobatics.
Ooh, all right, guys. If you
Yeah,
guys can help
probably
me,
athletics.
if you guys can help me keep track of this, a Bard's Requiem has been redeemed by Liger Zerpanzer. Liger Zerpanzer, thank you for showing up and supporting these homies. Really, really, really appreciate you, man.
The Bard's Rock.
So
rolled a
you can
one
add a
on that.
D8. You can add a D8 to anything. Okay, so sorry, let's go around. Ada, what's your check?
23.
23, all right. Let me get that check from Haagen-Dazs.
I rolled 2 11s, so 11.
Okay, all right, was that your total?
Yeah, the 11 is my total with everything.
Okay. And...
I got a 24.
24, okay. So with the combined effort as, you know what, I want one more check. Give me a spell attack roll from Bandit as well, because I forgot you were making the stone ramp. So this is you trying to use your magic in kind of a different way. Cheers from Pittsburgh, a dirty city. What do you get?
25.
25.
14 plus 11.
All right, so through a combined check of, over 80, you guys are able to make this ramp and shoot yourselves off into the air as the snow surges below you. You guys are rocketing through the air, cresting, going like probably 40, 50 miles an hour, which again is an insane speed in a medieval kind of time period. And the wind is hitting just right, and for a moment, everything feels really peaceful again. As you guys are just arcing through the air, and in a moment you guys get to see the beautiful wonder of Ninova, an area pretty unexplored in my world. It is a holy and frosted nation in the far north of the continent. It is said here that no demons can walk this nation because the snow itself is holy and would burn them. It is a Arctic, beautiful wonderland. It's got beautiful pagodas dotting it here and there, as well as Viking longships that have been flipped over and turned into houses. With beautiful fjords and incredible mountain peaks, you guys, for a moment, see the beauty that is the Ninovan countryside. And all of you actually get a point of inspiration for seeing this.
Nice.
So go ahead and mark that on your sheet for you to use anytime. And
This is
yeah.
This is beautiful as the first cake I made, but I have a point. How are we gonna safely land?
So I was hoping you guys would forget about that, as you guys are bewildered by the beauty. But yeah, all in a rush, the beautiful Arctic wilderness music stops, and the battle music comes creeping back in as you guys see the ground rising up to meet you.
Featherfall.
You.
Please tell me Crizella's here.
No, she has like an unstreamed actual D&D game to be at. If Crazella was here, she'd be a player, because I also love her Red Raven Academy character. I tried really hard. I almost assassinated her DM, honestly. Air, if you want to be in the next stream game, you can have already been at the village. We can move you in if you want. I know you're planning to come to an IRL game where my son will not be screaming in the background. I do apologize.
What is it?
But this is part of the part of the fun of Slayer Case D&D. But yeah, Air, if you would want to be in the part 2 of this night, you are more than welcome to. You've done so much for the channel as well. But I know you're holding out. I mean, well, I'll just do think it over. That is a damn real offer. Okay, so the battle music once again drifts away as rain declares Featherfall very loudly, and you guys have more time to beautifully drift down to the earth as the title card, Who's Saving the Mushroom, rises up out of the snow. And then it shows like a picture of Rain. It's like Rain, played by Zemi, and like a picture of Ada going like this with all of her arms making the peace sign. It's like Ada, played by Revenge of Athena. It cuts to Bandit eating out of the trash, and it's just like Bandit, played by Snave. And then it cuts to a dwarf baking a cake, and it's just like Haagen-Dazs, played by Hombre Lobo. As the title screen rolls, as you guys are all holding hands, drifting to the earth.
We are flying. This was a good idea.
This is
Technically, we're falling with style.
It's always a fun way to like, when you're doing like one shots, to like burn a bunch of resources just at the start, just like put them in a chase. Some fun little DM little trick for you, Bucky. All right, so as you guys are drifting, I want chat. What would be a check to see whether or not you lost something during a high octane chase? Would that be like wisdom? I will take any suggestion from chat right now, as the players are going to kind of see if they still have key information on why they were sent here. Went by Casey Nori. Oh, you redeemed side quest? I did not see it. I saw the gear shape, but we'll go ahead and do it. Who do you want to do the side quest on? I will never intentionally ignore anyone. That is a pretty hard rule I have in chat. If I ever am not seeing something, it's because I'm like DMing and checking a book and checking a DM'd message from a mod and doing all of this simultaneously. So I am never intentionally ignoring chat, don't know. But yes, yeah, so let me know who you want the side quest on. But yeah, chat, go ahead. A side quest about a reference. I don't know if that went by case. Oh, did you make a side quest about a? Oh, okay, all right. Forgive me. But yeah, chat. Does anyone have a suggestion for what kind of check it would be to see if you've retained something? I'm not sure. Who has the side quest for references?
It wasn't me.
Was it?
I have
That's
making
me.
hair.
My song works, which I totally forgot about, so.
Yes, guys, take a minute to review your side quest. I think chat is pointing out that you are making grand opportunities for it.
Yeah, I made a Toy Story reference that you didn't respond to.
Oh,
so
I did.
think that's what-
Falling with style. I absolutely caught it. Absolutely caught it. That is Toy Story 1 during the climax. Well, it's said a couple of times, but no, I can
Yep.
do that. But yeah, if chat doesn't have a suggestion, I'm gonna just ask for a wisdom saving throw from Ada.
From Ada.
I'm gonna go
It's
with
like
Ada.
information recall.
Oh,
Like,
and
It's more to see, and since you spoke, you also have to give it to me, a wisdom saving throw from Bandit. It's more to see like if you were able to keep track of certain items during this high octane situation.
Roll20 loves me today. That's a 23.
Okay, so thankfully you still have the map of the area.
Yay!
Snave, what'd you get?
15.
15. Okay, Snave, you still thankfully have hung on to the orders that you guys have. And as you're drifting to the ground, you have a chance to kind of review them. And you have been sent here to find Mulch. Mulch was, with permission from the Academy, he was sent up to this area to collect something. The mission log does not tell you whatever Mulch's mission was. This is not super uncommon. Operational security is a thing within the Red Raven Academy. So it doesn't make it aware, but Mulch was on a mission up here alone. Whatever it was, he had permission and equipment from the headmaster, from Nico Corchesco Rybolt before. And he just hasn't checked in. No one's heard from him. His last known location was a village in Ninova. Chat, would you like to name the Ninovian village? So just so you guys know in chat, Ninova is deeply inspired by a combination of Japanese culture mixed with kind of Norse mythology and kind of Viking imagery. But you don't exactly have to keep that in mind, but I really was hoping, chat, if you guys want, go ahead and name this village. You don't have to kind of keep those themes in mind if you don't want to. But that is the village, soon to be announced by chat, is where the majority is where Mulch was last heard from. And as you are so high up, kind of drifting towards the ground, you can see it in the distance. It doesn't look like you're quite going to be able to land on it, but you can kind of see it in the distance over there. You see, again, some pagodas peeking up and longhouses. Designed by chat isn't being very talkative tonight, which is shocking because we have 24 people in the chat right now, which thank you everyone being here. Sometimes people are just shy, so maybe I'll just have to name something for myself. I do have a backup name of Koroskai, the village of Koroskai. You guys can see it in the distance. It isn't before too long that you all, ooh, Horigan, Ami O Mjolnir. Mjolnir. I'm having trouble saying that, so I'm gonna keep going with Kuroskai. But that's because I'm gonna mispronounce that all night. But I do love that idea. You know what, Arab Zero, we're gonna give you a free advantage because of my poor pronunciation skills. So go ahead and choose someone in chat to give advantage to. But yeah, you guys can see Koroskai in the distance, and it's not before too long that you guys have drifted down and landed in the holy snow of Ninova. Zemi, you have an advantage from Arab Zero.
Awesome.
Friends, I am concerned. The dragon said something about a mushroom. Our friend, Mulch, is a mushroom.
The cartoon's on too. There's a switch on.
Well,
You should have asked the dragon if she had seen Mulch.
You know, can you go
I
to
mean,
the car?
you can go back and try to fuck with the dragon again. See how well that turns out.
I don't know. I am saying that we should speak to the dragon.
In the car.
I don't think that dragon is exactly on speaking terms with us right now.
This is
I
a good
was
one.
too busy fleeing for my life. I really don't want to go ask the dragon that.
These are excellent points. Let's
Oh.
ask townspeople instead.
Yeah. Well,
Off we go.
you wanna keep carrying them then? I don't think they're quite as fast as we are right now.
Well, so like it's definitely been a minute, so like haste has like worn off and all that, and you guys have sat in the snow and looked over the map and the log.
I can continue to carry people. I do not mind.
Wish I had any carriage and horse.
So, go ahead and give me a survival check. Whoever is
Everybody?
leading the party.
I'll take points since I don't have to worry about the snow.
Yes, Rain, as you guys can see, is floating on this little kind of like magic, a shimmering disc of arcane energy. And you guys are pretty familiar with Rain. This is just how he likes to get around. It's some sort of personal spell that he has like put a lot of time and energy into.
24 survival.
Okay, so with the map and with kind of the very clear layout of the rolling frosted tundra as like different motes of beautiful white snow just drift from the heavens down into the cold earth, you are able to quickly kind of shoot an Ismit and plot a course for Koroskai. So you're not lost and starving.
Yay!
Perfect.
I love not being lost and starving.
Alright. So it isn't for too long that you hear like weird kind of loud horking and hooting as you moving further and further down this fjord, away from the land and towards the ocean. Right to the east of the frozen sea, as it's called. It's also known as the Sea of Spikes, because magically the ocean does freeze at times. This is normally impossible. Running salty water doesn't actually freeze over too much unless you're like in the Arctic Circle. But because of the very powerful frost magic that permeates this land, these strange kind of spikes can kind of form as waves crash and then just freeze. So it's also known as the Sea of Spikes, but its technical name is just the Frozen Sea. This is shocking you all as snow drifts to the ground. This is summer in Ninova. They still have kind of flurries. It's a good 30 degrees outside. And this is a fishing village of some kind, as you see. But you keep hearing this loud, like, whooping and honking as you guys move closer to the village.
We should be cautious. Sometimes these are noises made by geese. Geese are very dangerous.
Also clowns.
It is very geese-like, actually. It's definitely like larger, thicker vocal cords. It's like a like a whooping almost.
This is a very large goose.
Idea.
Go ahead, Haagen-Dazs.
That's 14.
14, and what was that? Was that a nature check?
Nature check.
Nature check. Okay. This is you're hearing walruses, but again, they are far too large. Like the sound is huge, and as you kind of you rush ahead of the party, kind of thinking we hear what you hear, and you come around the corner, and you do see essentially dire walruses out kind of basking on the rocks out by the ocean, kind of getting into fights, slamming against each other. Just kind of engaging in kind of a beautiful nature documentary.
I never thought I'd see these dire walruses.
Real quick, as my supper is being brought to me, I want to give out another shout out to one of our incredible, here. Be careful with what, hey, somebody better give some middies for those titties. All right.
Sorry. Hi everyone. I hope
Mayo.
you guys are surviving.
Hi, Panda.
All right, have fun. Boy.
You gonna watch and be active, right?
That's where I'm going.
Hell yeah, you rock. And thank you for dinner. I can't wait to. What even is this?
Cheeseburger.
It's what?
Cheeseburger quesadilla.
Mm-hmm. Well, it tastes well. Could I trouble someone for a drink of some kind? A strong drink.
I don't know.
That's a good idea.
It doesn't tell me anything.
Could you get me like a little glass with a couple fingers of whiskey in it? Thank you. And perhaps some water to chase it. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. You also see long boats coming in, strong barrel-chested Denovians kind of sailing in and out of this port. They are dragging a colossal creature that I don't think any of you recognize. Everyone give me another nature or animal handling check. Fun fact, monstrous biology does not help you with this because they are not dragging in a monstrosity. They are dragging in a beast.
I can roll survival.
I'm going to need animal handling or nature.
14.
15.
14, 15,
Ooh, 10.
10, and 7.
Animal handling.
What'd you get?
17.
17. Okay, so we would recognize this as a very large sperm whale. Your characters have no idea what this is. People who got 15 or higher are very aware of whales. And you think this might be a kind of whale, but like kind of, you know how sperm whales like Moby Dick have that like very, very large head. They're dragging a very recently dead one in, but Ada and Rain, to you guys, you're afraid this is some sort of like sea monster, like not a beast, not a whale, but like something Kraken adjacent. I know Ada as aware of aboliths, these deep sea kind of tentacle creatures. So you guys might actually think this thing is far more dangerous and powerful than it is. You two gentlemen, you know that's some kind of whale, but not one you've ever seen before. But you see many people kind of very excited and kind of charging the harbor as they bring in this giant creature.
I'm gonna get pretty gleamy-eyed at when I'm looking at him, like, oh, I wonder what kind of feast I could make with that thing.
I want a plate.
I would like them to eat a plate.
I wonder how big its dick is.
I'm gonna start charging.
I bet if you get there fast enough, you can find out.
Downstairs in the
Perhaps
basement.
it died from eating our friend Mulch. Mulch is very poisonous. We should check.
The Japanese whiskey.
Uh-huh.
Am I missing something?
I'm having to go up and downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Being a lot right now.
Is your knee okay?
Hey Panda. Now you know what it's like.
I will.
So, Chad, do you think that was making it gay enough?
Technically, you are the most able-bodied person in the room.
Go check it out.
Technically, you're the most able-bodied person in the
Why
room
not?
right now. Listen. I mean, technically, like, I'm having knee problems, she's having knee problems, Cass is so technically,
Yes, we're all on the struggle bus.
technically, you are the most mobile out of the four of us.
I mean, I can go get it, but it just takes a hot minute.
I'm not graceful.
You guys see 5 turtles leap out of the frozen water, all with saxophones, and they start playing a merry tune. All of you get inspiration. So go ahead and give yourself a D8 inspiration for your next whatever you guys do. I'm so sorry I was handling some live stuff, but thank you, Balmong, for bursting onto the scene and dropping 5 subs. I'm giving everyone inspiration for that. Balmong, if you would like for our intrepid adventurers here to have another little reward, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Thank you again. Forgive me, guys. I was dealing with some real life stuff. You have another minute here to kind of overlook the village. Anything you guys want to do, observe, or hunt for. I know there was discussing of the fact that mulch is poisonous, so I'm very, very sorry, players. Please catch me up.
Mulch was eaten by that giant monster. We should check and make sure. And also, we should be certain that the townspeople do not eat it, as they could also be poisoned.
Okay.
What are you saying that it ate mulch for?
It appears to be a very dangerous sea monster.
Yeah, very dead sea monster.
Yes. It could have died from eating a very poisonous mulch.
Ada, give me a perception check or investigation, your George. Digital Bath! Fun fact, Digital Bath is also the name of a hardstyle Dresdian band in my world.
That's a 16.
16, okay. So this does not rule out poison, but as you look over this giant whale, you can see a lot of obvious wounds that brought the creature down. So it doesn't look like it died from poison. Like it does look like, not to go too much into the ancient whaling industry. But, oh, thank you ever so much. Cheers, Kenpachi.
Cheers.
We gotta go get your own drink. You can't make it toast with water.
My drink's downstairs.
Why did you get it?
Because I'm going back downstairs.
It's very funny. Panda Lamp is the only uninjured person in the house right now. And so she's doing alone. Besides Tristan, but we can't depend on Tristan to fetch the whiskey. Floyd, a Zenorama on Zemi, making him suffer. Do you want to go ahead and roll on the Wild Magic table? Someone rolled on the Wild Magic table earlier. It was just that Zemi would get all his spell slots back, all of his sorcery points back, so I didn't really bother because that was the 16. But Zemi, go ahead and roll again. I'm hoping for like a 4 because I believe that's what casts Fireball on people. I mean, honorary bard, hell yeah.
I I can gladly just get all the spells I used back by spending sorcery points to get those spells back.
The wild magic sword happened way before you used the spell slot. So like when you had all of your resources, you'd be like, I regain all my sorcery points. But Floyd, go ahead and roll. Or if anybody wants to, Floyd, obviously give you the option first. If anyone wants to give me a D100 roll, exclamation point D100.
Never mind, friend. I have realized my mistake. I am just very concerned for our friend Mulch.
Yes,
It's
we
still
all are.
It's still entirely possible, and with the shitty DM you have, it's very possible that Jonah was eaten by a whale. So I don't want you to feel like a cuck later when you find out Mulch
I'm
is in a
rolling
whale.
because behind the scenes, Mulch is the first person that that Ada was like introduced to and like made friends with at the Red Raven Academy. Like he was like the person who was supposed to throw her around and everything. And so she's just like very worried.
All right. It's at that point, Ada, that no one is around you. You actually all notice that all of you simultaneously notice that all your 3 comrades have disappeared.
Friends? Oh dear.
You guys can hear
look.
it. Yeah, you look around. But yeah, real quick, I'm gonna go around the table real quick. What is your character's immediate reaction to just looking at, like, you know, you're looking at your 3 compatriots, each of you are looking at the other 3, and then they're all gone in a second. Ada went, friends? Oh dear. Rain, how does your character react?
I cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you cast a spell and cast Detect Magic. Bandit.
Probably same thing.
Okay, and Haagen-Dazs.
Hello? Where'd everybody go? Hello?
Okay, so all of you immediately do that, and you can all hear Ada and Haagen-Dazs, and then Rain and Bandit immediately reappear, having cast Detect Magic. There's no magic in the area. It is confirmed that invisibility does not proc when someone casts Detect Magic. I saw that in a FAQ, so you can't just cast Detect Magic. You need to actually cast the invisibility. Also, that's from Oakland. Okay, a Wrath of Oakland for me, and who is the advantage going to? But yes, a little peek behind the curtain here. The Wild Magic table. Everyone within 30 feet of you turns invisible. Is what was rolled. So Zemi's Wild Magic turned everyone invisible, and you guys didn't know that. And just so from your perspective, you didn't realize you turned invisible. You were just like talking to your friends, looking over this village, and then everybody was suddenly gone. At that moment, Rain and Bandit do immediately reappear because they have cast a spell, they have performed an action which ends invisibility. From your guys' perspective, from your guys' perspective, you guys still don't know why Rain and Bandit have reappeared, and you all can hear Ada and Haagen-Dazs.
So, Rain will just think for a moment and say, "Oh, Ada, punch the ground quickly, if you please."
Before I punch the ground.
Yeah?
Wait, are you sure? Perhaps we should figure out what is happening. Where is Haagen-Dazs?
Haagen-Dazs, you can hear all of this. Like, you are still where you are. Like, you just...
Do we see, like, footprints?
Yeah, I regularly use invisibility spells, so
Yeah.
I get the impression Rain would know immediately.
I'm okay with it. Real quick, point of order. Bandit, you do notice that everyone's footprints just stops unless anyone has moves that's going invisibility. Haagen-Dazs, whatever you said was not picked up by your mic, so can you go ahead and repeat?
I said, oh, I'm here. Why can I see it? Can't see you?
Something caused us all to go invisible. It's something I'm rather used to. I use the spell constantly myself, after all.
Perhaps we can use this to our advantage while we investigate.
That is true. I believe invisibility lasts an hour unless you attack something. So, though Bandit and Zemi are visible, if you guys want to, the other two can stay invisible.
Would they be using the concentration to be invisible, though?
I would say, let me double check what this says. 69. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. Okay, the table itself does say. So it's around the time that Ada's like, wait, we can use this to our advantage, that you become visible. Like, the words escape your mouth, and then suddenly...
Ah, never mind.
I think I prefer to be visible.
To set the scene, you guys have another moment right now to kind of observe the village and talk amongst yourselves before kind of going down into it. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you approach Koroskai proper?
Question.
Yes.
So, a lot of times in Red Raven games, it's like the academy has a good relationship with the town or whatever, and there's like protection things that are happening. Is that happening here? Do we know anything about the town? Like, did they send us anything on that information sheet? Like, what?
I love
what do we know already about the town?
Damn good player, love ya. Go ahead and give me a history check. And it looks like there are 2 advantages coming in for Snave! So Snave, go ahead and keep a counter.
14.
That you have 2 or more advantage tokens available, given to you by Mayo, and also, I believe, a table gear shift, unless otherwise stated. A 15? Okay. Yes. Not like most villages have a rapport with Red Raven Academy. Red Raven villages will even take up a collection to get even someone who's like got a degree in wagon making to come and like open up their wagon making business in their village, because they know everyone from the Red Raven Academy is going to have a basic understanding of monsters, a basic understanding on how to remove curses, a basic understanding of like medicine and healing. So especially the more rural towns are always kind of like applying for graduates, like, hey, we've taken up a collection, and for the next, Red Raven Academy blacksmith, we already have a forge set up for them. So absolutely, this does strike you as one of the towns that would be trying to court someone from the Red Raven Academy. What you know from the docket that you were given, kind of the mission, and from which just kind of like hearing and researching before the mission, which I will totally say you guys, especially Ada being Ada and Rain being Rain, you guys totally researched the area before you went here. They are predominantly a whaling and fishing village. They hunt these whales, they hunt these horkers, and they create oil out of them that then they push out the oil of the meat to Ninova as kind of a trade city. So there's a lot of trade happening here. There is no current alumni of the Red Raven Academy here, but they have applied for one. But the other thing that you know is there are a lot of rare magical herbs that grow in this area. They're called Maiden's Kisses, also known as Frost Maiden Kisses. They are these strange kind of beautiful white flowers that grow almost kind of in the shape of lips, just kind of beautiful, almost Paramore-esque beautiful lips, like kind of exaggerated Paramore. That's how the petals wrap over themselves. And they only bloom kind of in the summer where it's cold and up in Ninova. Mulch was trying to get some. And he believes, and he thought they grew around this area. You were supposed to teleport into a teleportation nexus in a kind of trading post nearby, but something went wrong with the teleportation that you guys haven't been able to figure out yet, and you were kind of flung into the hunting grounds of the ancient white dragon. But that's... Go ahead.
As far as what went wrong with the teleportation, like... I don't know if Ada would know this, but I'm like not sure I want to see if there's some indication that it's like malicious in some way. Maybe I'll just in character ask Rain.
Yeah, Rain, your degree is in invocation. I doubt that teleportation is an invocation spell, but teleportation.
Let's see. Where's Arcana? I don't have anything
It's
special for Arcana.
It is conjuration. So you could make a raw arcane check for me?
Yeah, I still have a +5.
Okay, go ahead, roll for me.
17.
17. If this was malicious, it's possible, but it was very subtle. It didn't feel like, teleportation does just go wrong for something. With a 17, you're not willing to rule out malicious, but if it was malicious, it was like a deft hand threw you off the page. Like something very, very subtle, very well done. It would have had to be a smooth operator if this was intentional.
So Rain will think for a moment, then he'll say, Well, there's a number of possibilities. I can't discount any of them in particular. However, the likelihood of someone being a prickly bitch about this does exist, so we should be wary.
All right.
Understood.
Real quick, chat. If you guys could start giving me names, male, female, above and beyond, for denizens of Nunova. Again, this area for me is kind of inspired after a combination of feudal Japan and kind of Viking time and imagery. So if you want to do like, if you want to play around with those themes, but you don't have to. But guys, go ahead and start throwing out names for me. Full names for people for them to find. No. Zemi, no. No, 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 no. All right.
But he's a halfling.
And if guys, real quick, as people are kind of trickling in, if you can just type in the chat real quick your class breakdown and levels. So like character name, this many levels of this many levels of that. Ooh, I love. Thank you, Arab Zero. And guys, feel free to give me a couple. But yeah, at that point, you guys are kind of coming down in approaching the village proper of Koroskai. There is a pungent odor of fish and oil and whale blubber as you kind of come into this very, very large village. And there is kind of palisade walls, which for those who don't know, there's just kind of those jagged wooden sticks kind of outwardly facing anyone who would approach. Is anyone here Velen, by any chance?
What'd you say?
Dresdian and then stretch.
Yeah, Rainer screams Dresdian. Rain, I don't know if you did think about where your character is, but your character seems like very Dresdian through and through.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the world to be able to say where he might be from.
Arcane apotheosis and achieving great understanding, power, and an elevated state of being through magic is a core tenet of Dresdian culture, which your character does seem to embody.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Is anyone from like a spooky woods area? That's a better way to say that for this. Snake.
Does under the school count?
No. Snave or
Spooky.
Bandit or Bandit or Haagen-Dazs? Where do you imagine your characters from? Like a traditional dwarven land? What do you guys think?
Think of the mountain in the Hobbit where Smaug was. That's
Okay.
kind of where he's from, but he's the only dwarf from that mountain now.
Okay, so you're either Sebastanian, because there are some dwarves in Sebastan, or if you wanted like the Dwarven Empire, Sajkanth. Bandit.
Like I think the type of area he would have grown up in would be like where the forest meets the mountain. So probably there's probably like spooky
Okay.
forest spots.
If you want that vibes does seem very Velen to me. Or if you wanted to be more Feywild coded, you could be Tyrandin. So I'm just gonna throw those out there. Those of you from less secure parts of the world, such as Sajkanth or Vela, are very surprised. There is just simple wooden stakes about the size of a man, kind of outwardly facing the kind of anyone coming towards the village. But that's the only defense there is. There's a couple guardhouses, like kind of, or lookout posts rather, not even guardhouses, as you guys get closer. But this is not a very well defended location. If anyone was Velen, this would seem sacrilegious to not have good stone, iron, and gunpowder protecting your settlement. Pausing for players. Okay, continuing. So as you guys come, there is someone in a large kind of fur cloak from some sort of animal or beast none of you inherently recognize, not even the druid. You know what? Fuck it. Druid, give me a nature check. I'll give you a chance. DC 20 to know what he's wearing. But it is white fur. It is very hardy.
No, an 8. Nature is in base. It's not really a good druid.
All good. For animals, I'll also accept animal handling if you wanted to switch to that.
Yeah. That would be 17 because I have +9 to animal
17.
handling.
It's some sort of icy creature, but you don't like it. Whatever it is, it's not a very common. Whatever this warrior has flown. He does have 2 sets of katana on his hip. He has long, fiery red hair and incredible, jagged Asamarian features. His hand waits lazily over his katana as you guys approach. But fiery red hair and kind of a kick-ass Viking beard.
I think
Oh.
Bandit pauses in his step to let Rain be ahead of everyone.
And Rayan will in
Meanwhile,
fact
Ada
step
apparently
ahead.
just says greetings.
So while everyone's like, okay, let's let Rain handle this, Ada pops up and goes, "Was it greetings, friends?" Was that what I heard?
I just said greetings.
Oh, okay. He strokes his beard. Hello.
Hello.
Apologies
We
for
are looking
dropping
for our
in.
friend.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Rain.
We're looking for a friend of ours. Apologies for dropping in so unannounced, but we had a bit of an interaction with a local dragon that you may know.
You went into Tol Regalar's hunting ground?
Intentional.
Thought you ravens were supposed to be smart. You can kind of
Accidental.
That would be how we got out of there alive. However, the magic that brought us here wasn't exactly on point.
You can taste some of the ale in his breath as he regards you suspiciously. And I'm assuming you guys are kind of wearing kind of like the heraldry of the Red Raven Academy. You were given Red Raven Academy like cold weather gear to go on this trip. So you guys kind of have the brooch right there. Kind of the symbol that's directly beneath me actually is kind of very prominently displayed.
So, I cold resistance. Would that help me with environmental cold?
I play it as yes. I say like if you resist
Okay.
cold, like you don't need as much. It's like being Canadian.
Yeah. So I'm in like a light jacket and negative
Yeah.
20.
light jacket. Well, it's positive 30 Fahrenheit here, so it's just cold enough for snow.
Not shorts weather for me in real life.
All right. But yeah, he regards you suspiciously. Oki! Oki, do you like your little guy? Oh, your little guy right over there. Like your little. All the different versions of Oki. Oki will be joining us next week, assuming you guys don't get him killed and actually save him.
Yay.
Because you're looking for your friend?
Yeah, he's a big mushroom.
Sometimes he is a little mushroom.
There's been no mushrooms here. You're the first ravens we've seen.
I take out a flask and take a swig.
It's
Yeah,
grosser
maybe.
than I expected.
The dragon mentioned something about him, but we were told he was sent here.
You need to be staying away from that dragon.
We
when
did
you-
not intend to
When
approach
you
the dragon.
pluck the dragon, it's our people who feel the pinch.
Again, it was unintentional, and we will stay away from the dragon.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Believe it, we did not want to be near that thing.
In Ninova,
We ran very fast to get away.
in Ninova, under Azareth, we live in harmony with the dragons. All of them.
Again, I cannot emphasize enough that we did not intend to infringe upon the dragon's hunting grounds.
Your intentions be damned. You ravens stick your beaks in places where they're not wanted, and you stir up trouble for our people.
This man is now a suspect.
And
What's he say?
Raven's gonna start dropping all of his persuasiveness now with a 22 persuasion, as he'll say, "I apologize for the misstep. Believe me, it truly was not intentional. We did not come here looking to quarrel with a dragon. We are here looking for a friend."
Sorry to interrupt. I'm not going to sleep eventually.
As his sentence is finished, Haagen-Dazs speaks up and says,
You said he had like alcohol in his breath, right?
you can smell the ale on his breath, and I don't know what those Japanese kind of gourds are called, but he's got one. He takes another pull from it as just he regards you guys with just anger.
Lord, my friend, we meant no harm. It was an accident, and I ingest. Perhaps we can. I break out my flask. Perhaps we can just settle this over a plate, and everything will be all right. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, actually. That's very well done. And Oki, don't feel narcissistic. Like, this is, like, Mulch is such a wonderful character. I want to interact with him. The players want to interact. What do you got?
That was a 23 in my persuasion.
All right. It's kind of like, you know, even if you're dealing with an asshole, you give them a beer and they're like, ah, you're all right. So like a little bit of the heat on the snow dissipates as he takes another sip. And are you offering him your drink, or are you just like, let's go?
Oh, yeah, I'm offering him a little bit of my dwarven, what I have for dwarven. I go, I'd love to try what you got there. I love fighting creatures, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like so like even before you bring that up, as you offer him his drink, he starts passing you his gourd, and he takes what do you have in your kind of dwarven flask here?
Like a basic dwarven ale.
Like a dwarven ale. Okay. So I don't know if your character is familiar with sake, but as you take a pull of that, it is a hearty, like it is this kind of sake that was created in the feudal era. It's technically a wine, but it's got a very high alcohol content. It is still kind of like a grain. It is a grain-based wine, if that makes sense, with alcohol, kind of like how potatoes, like, so kind of like vodka is made with potatoes. So it's in this strange place, but it's pretty high alcohol content.
Whoa, this got some bite to it, my lad. You gotta share the recipe with me. I need to make this myself.
Okay, well, chat, go ahead and name me a tavern in Ninova, as he's gonna point out one over there, and he's gonna say, well, if you're looking for people, the tavern's a good place to. Fine. The Golden Plow. At the Golden.
I finally get it.
At the Golden Plow over there. That's a good place to look around for people, but there haven't been any ravens here. Certainly no mushrooms. And he takes another kind of big swig of your ale and passes it back to him. I pass it back to you and takes his gourd. And you guys are welcome.
I raise my flask in thanks and take a swig of it again. There's probably very little of it left at this point.
Yeah, he took generous sips. He took generous sips, this man. As you kind of come into the village of Koroskai, it is large, but it is built for function. It is not a harbor for trade. They actually go on trade routes. They go out here. They fish in the Sea of Spikes. They fish and they slay whales and these large other mammals, such as these dire walruses. They harvest the meat, they harvest the blubber and the oil, and they pump it out. There is a couple of places here where they do kind of extract and create the oil, like from the blubber, but it's a very Spartan, functional town. There are a couple of pagodas that kind of also double as watchtowers. You see a couple other men kind of similarly dressed, similar Asimars with a very large longbows. So there is some sort of security and watch to this area. So there's like almost a military presence, but it is a very functional town. People come here to work.
As we get out of earshot, I say, well handled. I will remove him from my suspect list.
One last thing too, that my character does a 27 passive perception. There's something wrong with these buildings. There's something weird about it. They don't seem as worn as they should be. Like, you're not quite exactly sure what you're picking up on, but there's something wrong about this village, how it's set up. Like not like the people are like brainwashed, but there's something about like the civil engineering that just seems very off. You can't quite put your finger on it.
Are you saying like buildings of these types should look not so nice in this condition?
No, it's almost that look too nice. Like there's something wrong with the layout.
Like how the town is comprised more so than how it looks.
Yeah, it's not the people, but it's something about the structures and the wear and tear that's just very, very off. And again, only Bandit notices this because he has a passive perception over 25. The rest of you guys are just
Oh, okay.
all right. Thank you, Legacy Pencil. All right, so as you guys march through the village, is there anywhere specific you guys are trying to go?
I want to see if there are any merchants selling some of that meat. I want to take a look.
I'm sorry, my son is playing with his toy car in the background. What did you say again?
I said I'm looking to see if there are any vendors selling that freshly brought in meat because I am very curious about it.
So again, that's another thing that's like very off about this. There isn't any like street vendor at all. There's my son just screamed off a little bit. Don't know why he's doing that.
There's a child in the street who's playing and making a lot of noise.
There's a damn kid in the street. But real quick, I'm gonna tell Hombre Lobo a quick story. I was not present for this, but my wife told me this story this morning. Apparently, one of the nights I was streaming, she was reading a book to Tristan. Tristan was kind of like falling asleep, like leaning up against mom, and apparently Cassie heard me go, Hombre Lobo, and apparently Tristan sat right up and went, Hombre Lobo, like right into. Like that.
Oh no, Tristan's a sleeper agent.
But yeah, so that's another thing. There aren't any like quick, convenient kiosks, or there's like a couple restaurants. There's the main tavern. But yeah, there should, and that's kind of, now you're kind of picking up on what Bandit already knows. Something about this layout is very, very, very strange. There should be street vendors here.
Are you all noticing they are bringing in all this meat and no one's selling a blessed thing?
Yeah, and I'll give you this with your guys' higher passive perceptions. Like, all of you have above a 15. It's like immediately being like packaged and marked and like set in the carts, and then the carts are going to like different areas. Like, it's not like there's no, like, you guys have been to fish markets like in your lives. Like, there's no like someone like, you know, buying the catch for the day, someone kind of coming in from the house trying to buy some meat. Like, everything's just being cut, packaged, and marked. And as you guys are kind of coming in, you are seeing the beautiful, if not vaguely horrifying, dance of butchering a whale.
There's no community here. They're just going through the motions.
Nope, it's all done. All
This
done.
is concerning.
Semi, nailed it.
All done for
It's just one giant factory of butchering meat, and that's it.
I know you're frustrated.
Does it seem like
I wonder who's paying them. I may have to steal the business.
Ada does get an idea and says,
Oh, I don't remember.
oh, damn.
Ouchie from my ears.
Another advantage for Zemi, and Heavy Flamer has entered the chat.
Yeah.
Just turning you down a little bit on my end because I'm gonna start yelling.
Sorry.
No. Oh. Does it seem like they are in some way magically influenced?
How would your character try to ascertain that information before I answer? Like, what does Ada
Detect
do?
magic.
Okay.
Well, Ada does have a +9 to insight, but so Ada is kind of looking for, like, she herself was under sort of magical influence for a long time. So she's looking for she's looking for what it looked like in her, which was like unintended. This is not a pun intended, but like robotic motion.
Okay.
Kind of
Go ahead and give me an insight check as you
Like-
kind of like, yeah.
like listlessness,
Yeah.
kind of.
And you can go ahead and give me
That's only a 17.
Sorry, what?
Only a 17.
17? Okay. You don't sense any kind of weird magic or strange like mind control happening. Zemi, did you want to detect magic at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
I will.
Same thing. Like you and I'm gonna imagine a conversation was happened between Ada and Zemi as you guys both kind of try. And no, there is no mind magic. No mind control. Ada with a 17, people seem very naturally focused. And real quick, to celebrate the only time I think anyone's given 50 subs to the channel, it was Heavy Flamer during one of these games, and I gave everyone Heavy Flamers, and I kind of decided that Heavy Flamer doesn't know this, but I believe you guys might still have it on your sheets.
I do.
Yes.
still
I do.
have my heavy flamer.
So
I
Heavy
have mine too.
Heavy Flamer is going to decide which one of you has their Heavy Flamer, and this is to honor him and the time that he did that, and every time we do a stream game. So he's gonna decide who remembered to pack their Heavy Flamer. And just if you get it, you can like pass it off. Like, for example, if like the sorcerer gets it, they might want to like toss it over to the fight or something. So you don't have to keep, but let's just see who Heavy Flamer gives it to.
Yeah, I can say that as a storm sorcerer, Raymond would not use fire-based implements.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, but yeah, doesn't seem to be any magic. Ada, with your 17, people just seem very naturally focused. And Umbrella Ball, your character is, you know what? I'm gonna say when the fire dragon showed up, Rain, forgive me. Rain pulled out this really strange gun-like weapon and tossed it to you the moment you guys saw the frost dragon. You haven't had a chance to use it. If you want to, go ahead and let me know. Zemi has the stats for it, so just like when you want to use your heavy flamethrower, just let us know. Chat, go ahead and roll me. I want Hombre Lobo to roll a d4, and I want Heavy Flamer to roll a d4. Just in the chat for me.
In the chat.
Or Hombre Lobo,
my
go ahead and
cat's
roll it
out.
right there.
I need to step away for a second. Cat's out. If you're ready.
Go right ahead. Hombre Lobo, just like roll like at your desk, and then Heavy Flamer, please roll a d4.
Oh, laptop.
Okay, 3.
You wanna come sit with me anyway?
Hombre Lobo, what'd you get?
A 1.
Oh, what? Okay, that's still good. You have 4 shots with this gun, so anytime you take the attack action, so like you could use this as a normal weapon. So Zami's got the stats for it, but it's very, very, very powerful. But like if you get 2 attacks around, you have 4 shots with this weapon. You have 4 ammo for the Heavy Flamer.
Nice.
So, okay. Yes, sorry, forgive me guys. Yeah, so what are you doing? Townspeople just seem very, very focused. They don't seem to be mind controlled.
Well,
I
You
think
must
I'm
be
trying to
under
think what
hard
Mitch would
times.
do.
Yeah, you're trying to get in that. You're trying to get in that squanchy. Is Oki still here? You're trying to get in that mulchy headspace.
I tried to think about everything I know about mulch and just like I'm looking around for like something gross, maybe bones. Looking for like a compost pile.
Actually, if you wanna roll with that, like that's not a bad question. If you want to try to ask someone like, where do you put the bones of those giant creatures you bring in?
Ooh, okay. I guess maybe I'll walk up to somebody who looks like they're like involved in the packing process, but like early on in the process, so like butchery kind of store.
Oh, hello, outsiders, eh?
Hello. Where do you keep your bones?
I keep them inside me arm, of course, and the rest of me.
I'm sorry. I mean, like the bones of the creatures.
Oh, well, we use every single part of these creatures, every single part.
That is admirable.
On the belly right now.
So all the bones go to actual thing they did with whale bones back in the day, whatever that was. Corsets. I know that. I know that's a real
like
thing.
instruments and things, like leather,
Houses.
working, burnishing.
Yeah, he lists all the very real things people did with whale bones back in the day. Oh, you can find them. So you can find them over there at butcheries. You can find them over there being shipped off. Mostly we ship them off to a different area down south, and they build them into different tools, different medical, even some music equipment.
Admirable. This is excellent, but it does not give me any leads in finding our friend. I am looking for a friend of ours.
Oh, what are you looking
He
for?
is.
I'm gonna put it back in.
He may have also had an interest in bones, but we are not sure.
Are you gonna crochet
A bone
it
man?
on?
Ah. Heck, have we had a bone man recently? No one's come to buy bones recently. What's your friend look like?
He is a mushroom. He is short like me. He is purple.
You want this squishy?
The top of him is purple.
Are you, ma'am? Are you trying to find a purple mushroom? Is this some sort of pickup line?
No, I do not understand what you are asking me. I am looking
That
for
makes
my
two of
friend
us.
Mole.
Mulch. We haven't seen a mushroom, man. He stops packing the meat. We haven't seen.
Does it seem like he's being honest?
Make an insight check.
26.
He is honest and confused. Like he's
I see that you are being honest and confused. I apologize for confusing and alarming you.
I have not seen a mushroom man walking around buying bones.
Well, that is unfortunate because he is a friend of ours and he is lost around here. I'm very sorry, and the last person who we spoke to about this was very unhappy. But what would happen if he had been in the hunting grounds?
If he was in the hunting grounds, he'd be killed by that dragon.
What if he was very poisonous?
Dragons. What do you know, ma'am, about white dragons?
Very, actually, what do I know about white dragons?
Make a history check. Well, you know what? For the purpose of this, nothing. You know, just to keep this moving. You're about to find it a lot. All right. What'd you get?
22.
Oh God. Well, fuck it. All right. Okay. You know, he's about to mansplain to you, so just pretend everything I'm about to say you already know and take it away. He is mansplaining now. He goes, "White dragons love to hunt. They don't need to kill. They do it for fun. They even have their cultists and their worshippers drag creatures out of the hells or out of the astral sea just for something new to hunt. If your friend was a good hunt, wouldn't bother eating them."
Right, well, this has been, better than the last time that I spoke to somebody. Thank you.
I hope you find your friend.
Thank you, I hope so as well. I hope that you have good harvests.
You want this back?
Yeah, we better.
Or are you all done with it?
Why is that?
Alright,
Oh.
partial back.
We only get so long to work. We can only work in the summers before the ice really freezes over. So everyone's just trying to get, it's very lucrative, this business, whaling. So we're just trying to get, and that's kind of when everything kind of clicks together in your head, especially you, Bandit. That's why these buildings are weird. They're only inhabited in the summer. People don't stay here in the winter. This is very busy. A lot of people are moving around, and that's also, for Rain, why everything seems so focused, is why you guys thought maybe mind control. There aren't a lot of shops here. People didn't open a B&B here because it's only like open in the summer. People work very hard, they make a lot of money, and then they go back to wherever they live in the winter. And that's why there's kind of like the less kind of homey industries are not here. That's why you can't find like a meat stand.
It's the strongest mind control of all. Capitalism.
There's nothing wrong with capitalism. I use it myself.
Money, then.
Yeah, like the first word in a sentence, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
It's like when the hot girl says she's anti-capitalist, and you're like, I never capitalize letters.
I would never do that.
I would never. Alright, but I haven't seen your friend. I'm sorry. I'll keep my eyes open for a purple mushroom man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Make sure that he knows that we are looking for him.
You couldn't miss him if you saw him, I promise.
This is true.
So I know if I do something lewd, Panda will spray me, so I can get some Panda attention. I'll know Panda's here. Might occasionally do lewd things now. Alright. So, like, as that kind of scene ends, you guys walk away from the dock with a couple more answers than you might have as questions.
But where would Mulch go?
Are there any other places around here that he could go that are not seasonal?
Bones was my main lead. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I suppose I could canvass the town, ask around, see if anyone knows where anything particularly problematic may be.
Yeah, and to build off Zemi's idea, you guys haven't really asked like a community leader, anything, just kind of like dock worker and like random guard.
That's true.
And I rolled
I have
quite.
fallen into the assumption of anyone in town will have relevant information.
Yeah.
I say we go to the local watering hole and see if that bartender has seen him.
Okay.
That sounds about as reasonable as can be.
All right.
I could use a
To the
drink.
Golden Plow?
Yeah, and it doesn't take very long to get to the Golden Plow, as Haagen-Dazs, or might have been Bandit, remarks that they need a drink. You're catching a couple of stares because you guys are a very strange group. Like, one of you is a Raccoon Man, the other one is an automaton. Dwarf is pretty common. Rain, what race are you again?
Storm Elf? Mark of the Storm, half elf.
Yeah, so like half elf is kind of fun.
Very unusual looking dwarf.
Yeah, and as
My armor looks like it's been cobbled together by cast iron stovepipe.
I love that. Okay, so you guys continue forward. It doesn't take very long to get to the Golden Plow. Well, one of the things that looked wrong to you before, Bandit, now you understand, everything is built very tight, very close together, whereas, typically in streets that are used all year round,
You're gonna go upstairs in 1 minute.
like streets are a bit larger to kind of fit more traffic, but like everything here is so streamlined. But there is a place for the workers to come at night, or to come in the evening when they're off on drinks, and it is the Golden Plow. It is an incredibly well-made building and very unique. This was some sort of colossal longship that was just kind of flipped over. They literally flipped it over and then built supports beneath it. So when you look up, you see a keel. There is the delicious scent of well-salted whale meats and a very large chimney in the middle of the room, not like in a corner like you guys are kind of used to in Dresdia and Vela, but no, like the very center of the building is a massive hearth and a very large flue kind of going up and kind of smoke kind of coming out the sides. It's not even like a chimney, it's just kind of like there's a large gap in the roof, so smoke goes up and hits it and then and then kind of waves off to the sides, then goes up. So it's like a big, almost like a gazebo on top of the roof, and there's so much fire kind of coming up from the center. Fun fact, this is kind of a real way things were designed. There is a traditional kind of bar that you guys are more used to off to the side, some Velen influence there. But yeah, it is incredibly warm in here, and it is very interesting just being on the underside of on an upside down ship. Some music kind of drifts in, some bard plucks lazily at a 6 string as you guys walk in.
No, sir. You're not watching TV right now.
I'm going to head over to which you said there's like a bar, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna head over to the bar and order a drink.
All right. There is Asimarian woman with one white eye and one black. Solid orbs, as a lot of Asimar have. Not all Asimar's eyes are like this, but a lot of them are, where they're just like solid orbs of color. And it's like just kind of a smoky white and then a dark, stormy black. She is a well-built woman in hardiness and strength. She is beautiful, but broad shoulders and husky. And she wipes down the bar and looks up with you guys with a bit of a gleam in her white eye. Goes, "Oh, hello, Ravens."
Wow.
It's always lovely to see a murder of you here.
I see what you did there.
What can I help you with today?
Some
We
refreshments,
are
if
looking
you
for our
please.
friend.
So Rain goes, "Some refreshments, please." And Ada goes, "We're looking for our friend." She kind of tilts her head slightly and goes, "Well, let me start with the first and I'll get to the second." And
Something
Oh.
strong, please.
I'll start it off just by dropping a platinum piece on the bar.
the bard stops playing a tune, and all the eyes kind of look over at you as you throw down a motherfucking platinum piece. For those of you who don't know, in my world at least, where I try when it's not magic items to be pretty legit about how much something costs. Like I see some DMs like, I buy an apple, and the DM's like, okay, whatever, 1 gold. But like I try to be a bit more realistic. So like imagine he just walked into like a working bar and dropped and just pulled out a wad of hundreds and just laid one down. Like everyone just kind of stops and looks over at you guys now. She is taken aback for a moment, like her jaw kind of drops down onto the bar itself, and she collects it in herself, and then she quickly snatches up the platinum piece as some child screams in the background. She swiftly kind of runs off, and you guys are brought 4 whale burgers and strong sake drinks. It is.
Take off your hat, boy. That's the platinum piece.
Take off your hat, boy. That's $1.
Oh, you can reach the light switches now. That's why everyone's like the dang house was
But yeah, she swiftly brings back like very good food for you. It is a whale burger with a side of potato and sweet potato, and there's some jerky that she kind of threw on the side as well. You don't see anyone else with jerky.
Nice.
I am trying my hardest not to be a dwarven Gordon Ramsay at this moment.
You know, actually, like let me roll for this. Oh. Okay, so there is an overarching need of necessity within this cuisine, Haagen-Dazs. Like, this is, like, definitely, they make the stuff to be hearty, long-lasting, filled with calories, keep you going, keep you fat, keep you alive in the cold, and, you know, kind of get your energy levels up. But taste has not been sacrificed. Its primary function is necessity, but the food is good. It's not gourmet, it's not amazing, but the time and care was put into the meals to also make them good. But again,
I feel like also we've been running from a dragon, so we've been very active, and I feel like when you've been very active, like, the food just hits different. Like, it's really good. So Ada wouldn't know, because Ada doesn't really eat.
Does Ada, like, pretend and have, like, a separate compartment? Like, I'm just curious. She's like, it just goes to, like,
she doesn't want the food to go to waste, so she's like, yes, yes, delicious, and pretends to eat, and, like, you know, it's like excellent mouthfeel, and then like it goes into a little Tupperware that she set for herself, and she's like, I'll save this for later for my friends.
So you've got like a Tupperware compressor within your internal gizmos that Haagen-Dazs just eats later. So Haagen-Dazs, you know not to gorge yourself at meals because you know you'll get more from Ada.
As I'm eating this sandwich, I say under my breath, at least the drink is better than the food here.
Oh, you slick son of a bitch, you're lucky no one heard you. Alright. Right, he goes, and there was a question about a friend?
Yes. Have you seen a person who is a mushroom?
Mulch!
Walking... Yes!
Yes!
Oh, good.
I think
is
he's
he okay?
dead.
When was the last time you saw him?
I'm sure he's dead.
Oh,
what?
It would be very unfortunate because he is a friend of ours.
Well,
why is he dead?
I told him not to go out at night, but he said the Frost Maiden's kiss would be easiest to find then. But I'm...
The Frost Maiden's kiss?
So those are the flowers that you guys know in the reports. The flowers that Mulch was looking for. That look like a
Oh, I don't think he did. Did you tell us what he was looking for?
Yeah.
They told us. He described the flowers.
What we got.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad.
They look like beautiful, like almost cartoonishly beautiful paramour lips, like, you know, big.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
All right. Finally, I can make another character. About time. She goes, I'm sure he said,
You're not getting out of it that easy.
I warned him about the frozen heart, and a hush falls over the tavern.
Where the frozen heart?
I look over my shoulder at the rest of the tavern and I lean in.
Shut up, Roa.
What is the frozen heart, lass?
Born of snow and winter air and mountain rain combining?
Shut up, Roa.
And now I get my side quest because I worked song lyrics into a conversation.
Well done. She leans forward and says, there is a beast that moves through the ice. A creature. Large, ganky, scrawny, shaped like a man, but his arms reach down to his ankles. Unkillable. With frozen hide, prowls these lands at night. Hungry, hunting, thirsting not just for sustenance, but for pain and for the heat that exists in the flesh of mortals and men. It hunts for pain, guarding the kiss of the Ice Maiden. It wanders out in the snow, waiting for people. I fear. I told your friend of the frozen heart. I told him the creature that waits in the frost. But he still went out in the dark, claiming that his friend needed the flowers. I think you little ravens should flock home instead of having to face whatever may have snatched up your friend in the dark.
And you
Wow.
delivered the information to him just like this?
Yes.
Well, then he certainly should not have gone out alone. He should have called for reinforcements. There are many of us, so we can manage whatever it is.
He said something flip and kind of comedic and just left.
Sounds like
Honestly,
mold.
yeah.
It probably wasn't that funny, but you laughed at it, right?
She goes,
What are you talking
Yes.
about? Mulch is a comedic genius. Well, this is an excellent lead. Where is the creature? Where can we find? Where would we try to find the creature?
no one knows. It just waits in the snow, protecting the flowers, protecting the kiss.
Well,
I say as I
picking.
take a swig on my drink. Well, if you're ever looking for a needle in a haystack, you get a magnet.
Yes, excellent point. I agree. We should go flower picking.
If you want the flowers, you should go out to the Crooked Nose, and she describes a strange peak, this strange kind of rock formation. And beyond that, there's a sweeping plateau. There, in a crevasse, you'll find the Maiden's Kiss.
Well, that
And-
sounds like the best lead we have.
At that, Rain will turn to the group and say, "We should take some time to prepare for this. I doubt any of you are quite so capable of winter combat as I tend to be.
I think,
We'll need resistance spells.
I am up for whatever life has to throw at me.
I don't have any ability to gain cold resistance or anything like that, so I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Unless you sell things like that here?
I'm sorry, I'm but a just humble barmaid.
Sorry, I mean just in town.
People typically only come to Koroskai when they already have their gear for the year.
Makes sense. Shit, out of luck then.
You know what? I think someone is paying for you guys to find a potion of frost resist, and I will allow that. As you're saying that, Ada, you feel a clink in your pocket, and you see, courtesy of Solomon, a little bottle of frost resist. You have no idea how it got there.
Oh. It seems that we are more prepared than we thought.
You don't remember
Thank
packing
you,
this.
to the universe.
Thank
Or
you,
Solomon
gods.
in this situation. Thank you, chat. I'm not sure why it feels right to say that.
I should make a god in my world called Chi-At or something like that.
Good.
Well, the word "not" does mean puppy in French.
I'm sure Osha would get a kick out of this town.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Well,
I'm
we
going
have
to finish my drink, and I'm good to go when everybody else is.
Okay.
Would I be able to take some time to channel the natural magic of the region to create maybe some temporary protective items?
Is that like a class feature?
That would be a tinkering as a member of the Creators Club feature.
Okay, yes. So the answer is yes, but not like it would take you like a couple of days. You'd have to go out. You'd have to like probably kill
Okay.
some of those giant walruses. So like yes, but like not as swift as you might be hoping for.
Okay.
But like
So if this was a mission of weeks rather than days,
yeah,
then
it's
maybe-
not beyond your like your craftsmanship to create like reinforced coats with like some very some metal fibers with very light enchantment of heat metal on them or something like that.
Okay.
That is not beyond your abilities, but it's beyond the scope of time that you have at this juncture.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. All right. You finish your drinks, and the wilderness calls.
You hear the sealing sound of a Tupperware. We're like click, and we're ready to go.
All right. So you leave the town, and you start heading in the direction that she gave you. It's about 30 minutes out. When who is proficient in survival?
I am.
I am.
Okay, so
I am also.
okay. If you're proficient in survival, give me a check. Ada, you're leading the troop. Not a care in the world.
22.
What?
Oh, I rolled
Leading.
really bad.
What everybody get? We'll start with Snave.
How do we make it? Show me how to
11.
11. Umbrella.
9.
9. Zemi.
22.
Oh, thank God. Okay, because all right. This woman made of roses says no one can see me and goes falling off the mountain, hitting a bunch of pots and pans on the way down. No,
I'm too busy paying attention to that.
So, you guys walk for about a half hour, and Rain, you realize you're heading back to the Dragon's Lair. Like, that's the direction she gave you, past those jagged overlaying rocks, which she called the Crooked Nose, and then up a ravine. Like, that's leading you the direction you came.
Suddenly wishing that we had asked her if there was some custom about the dragon that we should respect.
So, looking the direction that's not the, I guess, if there was an obvious mouth of a cave,
Yeah.
like, is there kind of a old path going around the other way that I can find?
You've only walked for about a half hour, and it's just kind of clicked together in your mind. Like, wait, if we go past what she called the jagged nose, and then up that ravine, we're back in the Dragon's Lair. Like, we're back. Like, that's where we'll be if we follow these directions. And you also
In the lair or the hunting ground?
yeah, the hunting ground, the lair, that whole area. And as you voice that, Bandit, you would know with a 27 passive perception, there are no Frost Maiden's kisses out there. You haven't seen any. Like, you're heading the direction you came, but you haven't seen any flowers when you came to the first one.
Yeah, maybe we all stop and start talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think
You
she's
don't
messing
suppose
with us.
it's sending us out on a trap, do you?
The question is if she gave those same directions to our friend Mulch. Because if so, then we may still need to head that direction to rescue him. However, if it is indeed a trap, we should be aware of that. She has moved onto my suspects list.
So, and I do want to point out what the dragon said earlier when you faced it. The kind of, you know what, Ada, give me an insight check, and anyone else who's proficient in
And your work
insight.
from the mushroom, I remember.
Yeah. Anyone who's proficient in insight, give me an insight check real quick.
I'm gonna duck it because it feels important, and otherwise I'll forget. I'm having trouble figuring out how to apply the duck, but just if somebody could consume my duck for me.
Yeah, just click the token or click the image and then drag it onto the table.
Okay. cool. Anyway, that's a 22 now.
22. Okay, the way the dragon, like, put so much spite on the word mushroom, it sounds more like to you what you know about these hunting creatures, that it's disgusted at something that got away from it.
Okay.
So from the way the dragon really put some sauce on the word mushroom, and because white dragons pride themselves on being successful hunters, you can tell with a 22 insight that that's like the anger of like one that got away. So you know Mulch didn't meet its demise at the dragon.
Excellent news, friends. I do not think that our friend Mulch was killed by the dragon. It seemed very frustrated, and in such a way that perhaps our friend Mulch escaped. However, I am not sure if he went in that direction or not still. I am still unsure what way to head.
Bandit, give me a survival check.
I think Bandit.
17.
17. You know that Mulch grossly schleps around, leaving like an ooze behind him. That would be kind of cold and frozen in this area, and you're not seeing any signs, and you would have noticed them on your way in if Mulch had headed in this direction recently. As you kind of get down and assess the ground. And with a 25 passive perception, that's when you see eyes in the snow, burning little frosted novas with energy eking off of them. You know, like oh god, what is dry ice made out of?
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah, just kind of flowing off of it. Whatever it is, you catch it for a gleam second, but as skilled hunter as you, Bandit, you don't like leap back in shock. So it doesn't know, whatever this predator is, it doesn't know that it's noticed, that you've noticed it, but you see its hands reach forward. They are long, gnarled, furry hands that just go out too long as it kind of pushes up on a snowbank and lifts its head up a little higher. It is a very, very dark, furry creature with gleaming eyes poking up at you, and it's not just you all feel colder. I'm gonna kick it over to Bandit. Bandit, you're the only one that's noticed it, but it hasn't noticed you noticing it. What do you say to alert your comrades without causing too much of a commotion?
What did she call it? The frozen
Heart.
frozen heart? Yeah. That frozen heart's over the hill. I think I'm gonna do something stupid.
Bandit quietly says that to you guys.
Oh, I advise against doing anything stupid.
I wanted deception checks from all of you.
Uh-oh.
As you guys are trying to, like, act like you don't know it's there, to, like, alarm it.
Oh no!
24.
24.
12.
12.
Okay, 15.
Do you want a table duck, Roa?
How
Roll-
many do we have?
Roll what you get.
2.
Just say what you got.
I got a 4.
Okay. Up to you. There's also like 2 Bart's Requiems on the table as well that I have read on my sheet. We just added D8 to things. Snap! What'd you get?
15.
15.
I don't know, do you guys think I should duck it?
I mean, it would make sense for you to be the one that says that notices.
Logically, it makes sense, but I also don't
Yeah.
want us to get into a situation.
Go ahead and re-roll it, because I think Air of Zero is redeeming one right now for you.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. I will. Deception 18.
Okay. None of, like, you guys have all passed your deception check as you pretend to just be talking about something else and maybe kneeling down to tie your shoe and not make sure you have your weapons handy. You guys have a couple of moments now to interact or do whatever you're planning. That the creature is not, doesn't realize it's been made.
Are we done? All done with the game?
Is everyone prepared for combat?
Very bluntly. Yes.
And I'll just start reading through my bag in one hand with my staff wielded in the other hand. Well, I have a few potions I could probably go through here. And I'll just start listing off random things.
Real quick,
I'm
thank you
slowly-
for real quick, guys. Sorry, point moan voter. Thank you for the raid, Ages of Enor. That sounds like a cool D&D streamer. Guys, can we get a shout out for them? I'm gonna just go over and click on it myself. Drop a little sweat hot slappity follow. Thank you so much. They're getting jumped by a creature at a frozen field. It is a level 10 campaign. But yeah, guys, we're being raided. Defend the walls. But truly, real quick.
I am slowly reaching for that cannon device I was handed when we were engaging the dragon and turning it on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Maybe I'll just activate my
Age of
like,
Enor.
Okay.
He said Einor.
Einor.
Thank you.
Ages, that is DC 15. Go ahead and type in !D20, and I'm gonna give you a +3 bonus. So see if you roll high enough to siege the walls. 13 with a +3 is 16. All right, guys, Ages is in. Ages has made it into the wall. Hombre Lobo, he's made it in. You know what to do.
Firing the flamer.
Okay, so you ready the flamer and turn it on your enemy. Go ahead. I'm gonna try. Oh, thank you, whoever. You're assertive. Thank you. Jesus, I didn't see it fast enough. I'm so
It was
sorry.
Zemi.
Zemi, thank you for gifting him a sub. Oh, you're so wonderful. And hello, no remarks. Okay, I'm gonna try. Hopefully, this is gonna work. Everybody, hold your breath and count to 4. Okay.
Yes. I also was gonna say that before combat starts, I want to pop my big form.
Okay. Ah! I did it. All right, go ahead. Not to ruin what this is. This is not what this creature is. But can you throw up like a yeti for me on the map for me, Zemi? It is not what this creature is. The creature is not a yeti, but like that's gonna give you kind of the visual information you need. It is yeti shaped. But imagine like a black furred, lanky, where the portions are not correct yeti. That's what you guys see.
You know, I have just the token for this.
Perfect. And a real quick question for no reason. Does anyone speak Giantish?
Oh. Yes.
Hey.
I do speak giant.
Able to see chat?
I am able to see chat.
Okay.
Why? What's up?
Can I read it?
Redeemed Amaeus Miracle for battle.
Amaeus Miracle. Okay, Amaeus Miracle has been redeemed for the table. Guys, I want to let you know real quick. Well, actually, I'm gonna text Roa what this creature screams out in Giantish. That only you know. But other than that, everyone, please go ahead and roll initiative to me. You do kind of get like a reverse surprise round on this creature, as you guys know, as you guys kind of figured out that it was stalking you, and you can turn on it all really suddenly. Weapons bared with words of power on your tongue and mighty weapons in your fists.
I rolled a 17 for my init.
Hell yeah. All right. Roa, I have
Something-
texted you what the creature cries out at Giantish as it runs. All right, I am pretty sure you are all going first. Yes. Okay, so 22 for Bandit looks like his first. Go ahead and take it away, buddy.
I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay.
20.
I'm trying to select this token you've put here for me. Can you move it just right into these trees? Cool. And all right, go ahead.
Wait, here. Case, can you just type in the chat of the table quick?
You
Oh, you're on the wrong layer. That's why you can't select it. You
How
have
do
to go
I-
to the token layer.
How do I do that?
Bottom left, click the 2 swords.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna move everybody over just so they can be seen on the map. Ada, you're probably not already big, so I'm gonna shrink you down.
Well, you said that I could pop it. Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. I just
I'll pop him off.
I probably just like missed that. Hagen, I cannot separate you from the barn door. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right, so you guys are all about there. The creature is there. Go ahead and take it away. It does look, whoever is first, which does still look like to be, no, that was Rose Insight.
It's still me.
Snave, all right, Snave, go for it. You have initiative.
Okay. Why not? Right? We're ravens, right?
Yep.
I'm so glad it's right next to those trees. Like, you made my job so much easier. So, he pulls out his Staff of the Woodlands. He makes a weird little swish and flick motion, and I'm gonna cast Wrath of Nature.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's a 60-foot cube, and I'm gonna cast it over him, so I don't measure it, but it's a big fucking.
Okay, what kind of save do you need from me?
He, at the start of each of my turns, each of your enemies within 10 feet of any tree within the cube must make a dex save.
Okay.
DC is 17.
Okay, cool. All right, next up.
It is the start of my turn. So.
Okay, yeah.
The trees just like whip at him, and he's got to try to dodge.
Okay, I have rolled a 6.
8.
Yep.
16 slashing damage.
Okay, yeah, so the trees come alive and begin raking across his body. He takes the 16 slashing damage. This would fillet a normal man, but you see this creature barely get hurt. Its strange, gangly hide is incredibly hardy, and the branches mostly just rake through iron cords of muscle and girth as we move on to who next?
I'm gonna move away, but I won't move my token.
Go for it.
I want to stay on the map, so I'm gonna move away, like backing my 30 feet away.
Okay.
Getting behind Ada. That's what Ada is the cover in this.
Bam.
scenario.
That's about 20. That's about 25 feet with the diagonal movement. So.
I will be moving forward however far I can. Is it bad if it seems bad if I move in there, huh?
No, it's enemies. It's enemies.
Oh, great. Okay, good. I love that. That's my favorite. I run forward then.
There we go.
And I'm going to start attacking them. And but I'm also, I want more information about this. So in Giant,
Yeah.
I am going to say, why are you aligned with the Red Queen?
Okay, very cool. As you approach the creature, though, the moment you get within 10 feet of it, I'm just going to say, just for funsies, you had a torch. When you get within 10 feet of it, the torch just goes out.
Okay,
And
fair
you
enough.
take 12 points of cold damage. Just running towards this creature. You just feel, when you get within about 10, 20 feet of it, you just feel all the gears in your body just frost over. And anything within you that was a source of fire just kind of dwindles down. And it snarls back defiantly and just says, "Don't speak the name of my god." Nyeh.
Of God?
Yes, don't speak the name of God.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and make your attacks.
Fascinating. I attack it.
All right, cool.
So that is a 16 to hit.
16 does just hit. His hide, it feels like punching frozen meat. Like it's hurting whatever like kind of structure integrity receptors you have in your fist. Like, you know, like gears and springs are not holding up super well, but you are able to punch it. Like, it's slabs of frozen meat as you just into. But go ahead and roll damage.
14.
14. Okay, second attack.
Unless that's with advantage. 1 second. Was that? No. Okay, yes, it is 14. And then my strike there. Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 30.
30.
To hit.
Nice. Okay, roll damage. As you drop it low and just come with a lightning uppercut, knocking out a tooth.
Okay, so let's see. I've got 4 plus 13, so 17. I'm not sure. I don't think that's already doubled.
I don't think so either, and we double the numbers, not the modifier. So that would be 14 doubled for 28, and then we'd add 3 for 31 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah, you crack a tooth out of this creature, just whack.
Alrighty. And then, so that was my, I believe, bonus. So then I get to do another one.
Yep. So you can bonus action attack again. You
Yes.
can spend a key point to bop bop.
I don't think it's a key point actually, because I think I just get one as a bonus action.
Yeah, you get one as a bonus action, but you can key point to do 2. Sorry, that's why I said bop bop. The bop bop. So it is free to bop, but a key point to bop bop.
I understand. I'm just gonna do a regular bop for now.
Very good. Bop that boy.
The reason that I'm squinting is because I've got 2 different mech mode things here, and I think I can only do one of them. I think one of them is only once per turn. Anyway, 25 to hit.
Hits. Roll damage.
I keep rolling shit damage. That's gonna be an 8.
8 more damage. Okay. With 8 damage, the creature has taken 69 damage. All right.
Nice.
That's the fun number. All right. Next up. Chat, show me your favorite
Is
emojis.
Rainin.
And everybody in chat, please spam your favorite emojis and credit card information, mother's maiden name, and street you grew up on. A Rage of Rivamaril is put on the table by the heaviest of flamers. So if anybody wants to reroll damage, go ahead and redeem that. Okay, Rain, take it away.
All right. I will go ahead and quicken and twin a haste,
Okay.
and then I will go ahead and cast a. Oh God, where is it? Oh, it's a cantrip in this one. Okay, I'll cast a shocking. Oh wait, no, booming blade. That's the one I need to use. Okay.
Who are you hasting, out of curiosity?
Myself and Ada.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and slap it with a booming blade and then hit it again with a haste attack.
I love how, like, you are a melee sorcerer. I love that about you. Okay, go ahead and roll a hit. Oh,
I love how you keep casting haste.
as you get within 10 feet of it again, any kind of non-magical flames immediately go out on your person, and you take 9 points of cold damage.
What about lightning?
Lightning doesn't seem to be a problem.
The lightning is too powerful.
Lightning, or as I just call it, sharp fire.
Okay. So that is a 28 and a 29 to hit.
Okay, 28 and 29, both those attacks hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Then that'll be a total of 30, 40, 42.
Wow. Yeah, the smell of
And then I need 2
electrocuted
con saves.
The smell of electrocuted fur burns through the air as the creature shrieks back as you just BAM! BAM! What's your spell save DC?
It is a...
It says in your text, it says 17.
17?
Oh, yep.
Okay, it actually saves both of them. This creature is hardy, almost not of this realm. And who's next? Bandit? Or, Hagen?
What is the range on this heavy flamer that I was gifted, or do I not know?
I want to say 60 feet, so you can move here and definitely get, like, a line of sight.
Alright, yeah, well, I'm gonna, light him up.
Okay, so roll to hit with your dexterity and your proficiency bonus.
Yeah. It was 30-foot cone or 60-foot line.
Okay, 30-foot cone or 60-foot line. Thank you again to Heavy Flamer. Again, like, one of the greatest moments of my streamer career, man, and arguably one of the greatest moments of my life. Thank you again for doing that.
Dexterity plus proficiency is a 20.
Oh, that hits as you light up with flame. Do make a note, you only have 3 more shots left. Go ahead and roll damage.
What's the damage?
It's 66.
It's 66.
Jesus.
I wish it was 66, but it is 66.
Thank you, Heavy Flamer. I'm glad you got to see your namesake. Please, thank you so much for being here, man. All right, 21. 21 damage.
Yep, I accidentally hit those other ones, but yes, 21.
Okay, hold on. So, I do want to point something out. All of you who are close to it, so Ada and Rain, you see all the damage you're doing immediately begin to heal, like Wolverine style. You see its wounds close. The moment a jet of flame hits it, the healing stops.
Kind of troll.
So yeah, actually, Rain, no, sorry, whoever said that, Snave, Bandit, and you've got a high wisdom. As you said, this is some sort of weird mutated ice troll. It kind of clicks together in your head. And now it's his turn. He is surprised. And now it's Ada's turn.
Wouldn't it be
Bandit.
Oh, forgive me, yes, it's Bandit's turn.
So with my spell, I can use a bonus action to whip a rock at him. So like a rock levitates up in this little square and whips towards him to try to hit him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Make a spell attack. $19?
That hits, roll damage.
I think it says 3d8.
Okay.
And I think it just whips him again.
Well,
So he has to make a dex save.
he fails. Go ahead and roll it. Okay.
14.
So, this does remind me, if you're a tier 3 subscriber, I would love for you to record the term finish him in some capacity, or finish them, finish him, finish it. And instead of saying, how do you want to do this? In the future, we're going to play it in a random soundbite from one of our tier 3 subscribers will play, and that's how you get to know that you get to add some cinematic flair right here, right now. How do you dispatch this creature?
Make out with him. I mean, finish him.
Cotton Eye Joe Mama, how you been? So can we give him a shout out? Can a mod give Cotton Eye Joe Mama a shout out? They haven't been able to recently, but they were actually one of my first tier 3 subscribers, so my heart goes out to them. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
The like rock smacks this thing upside the head, and it kind of like does a little half spin, and the tree comes down and just crushes it.
Death by tree as this entity dies, as you rip it apart. Part of nature going to nature as it is crushed. The uneasiness sets back in, but you guys have killed this creature. But as you stand around, you do hear. And even though it is soundly dead, its heart is still beating.
Very carefully cut out the heart.
So,
it.
actually, so Bandit says burn it. Zemi pulls out a knife and says, or sorry, not Zemi, forgive me. Rain pulls out a knife and says, we should carefully cut out the heart.
I say gladly, but I like stop the muzzle of the flamer right on the body, but I don't pull the trigger.
Okay. Who's cutting out the heart?
Yeah, I guess I'll do it, and I'll imbue the knife with some shocking grasp.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Can I give him guidance?
You can guidance, yes, and you can also give him advantage. You guys can kind of do this together.
Hands right here. You want to take
I butchered a fair amount of animals, part of nature, right?
Guidance is a D4.
Yes. Good night, buddy. I love you.
25.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That very, very well done. So weirdly about ice trolls, and I'm gonna say through the high survival check, you guys figure this out as you're kind of doing it. Only by removing this heart can this troll truly die. Trolls are some of the most resilient creatures in all of D&D, and most of them, you burn them to kill them. But this one, if you don't remove its heart, even after its body is burned, it will continue to slowly regenerate. But yeah, you have his heart now. Let me just read it. It does have some traits.
It's like a magic item.
Yeah, it is a magic item.
That's cool as hell.
Huh. I
Yeah,
can make
it's
something cool out of this.
No.
Give me a history check.
Probably make a cool hat.
Give me a...
Yeah, just stick the heart on here.
all of you give me a history or arcane check. Your guys' choice. Player choice. History or arcane.
Oh. Oh yeah,
Sure.
history. 19
Most
history.
straight rolls, so I'm gonna roll my blue.
18 history.
18 history. Ada?
24 Arcana.
24. Okay, only Ada made the DC. It was 20 was the DC. You know that legend says if you take the heart of an ice troll and bury it, it will create a blizzard for 8 hours. No matter where you bury it.
Yes, Mama will catch.
This
So-
will
Oh, good.
Sorry, this will cause the heart to melt away, but it will create a blizzard that lasts 8 hours.
Rain, this could be useful given your proclivity for storms. If you bury this in the ground, it will create a storm for about 8 hours.
That is what the legends say. It does take some time to melt, like it's not instant, but the moment the moment the heart melts within the earth, that's how the legend goes. A blizzard will form for 8 hours. Now, whoever buries the heart, the legend does not say that they control the blizzard, just that when it happens.
No, but Rain has all the storm stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know. Anyway, I convey all of that as well.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like I might be able to co-opt the magic of this heart and turn it into something a little more useful then. I'll have to tinker with it, see what I can come up with.
Alright. But yeah, you guys have this. This is a permanent magical item. If you want a bit more details, just look at the Ice Troll in the Frost Maidens, or the Icewind Dale Frost Maiden, Rime of the Frost Maiden book, and you can find it there. You can probably Google it and find it as well. But you guys now have this magical item. What you don't have is mulch.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, where were we? We were talking about the possibility that Mulch had been betrayed?
We were talking about the possibility that the water maid sent Mulch out here to get him killed.
It is, this clicks in for Bandit instantly, because I know, just Bandit's this druid, this Bandit's, I know raccoons are not exactly, like, predators, but Bandit's kind of become one through his magic and power, and he's very animalistic. I'm gonna say, like, Bandit, it's damn suspicious that the moment you heard about the Icy Heart is the, like, 30 minutes it just found you out here, like, that quick, and it didn't find you coming in.
Yeah, we were in this area coming in, obviously. So maybe it was like a friend of theirs. I think you're right to put that innkeeper lady on your suspect.
I
They're
imagine
outsiders to
a
them.
giant cake. A giant cake attacking us.
Nothing
Just-
It'll be easy to
happens.
find Mulch.
Okay.
Nothing
check it.
happens. It's not that whatever you imagine attacks you does. But I appreciate I appreciate it. You look up at the air expecting a giant cake and nothing happens. You're like, oh, damn it.
Ada doesn't say anything, but she's looking around expectantly.
Yes, if you wanted cake, you just let me know.
No. She doesn't say anything. And she's just looking around like she's expecting something.
So Rain's just gonna go sit on his desk, kind of follow along in the back and tinker with his alchemist supplies.
Okay.
We still have to decide where we're. I mean, I feel like, because Bandit, you had just figured out that Mulch hadn't headed this direction, right?
Man, he should be pretty easy to find. Remember, he leaves that like trail behind him.
That's right. Yes.
And
Perhaps-
those people definitely didn't want us around anymore.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Should we walk around the perimeter of the town and just see if we can find a trail? It is a slower way.
Is it
but
getting
might-
yeah? Is it getting dark? Like, is it
Yep.
nighttime?
It's getting dark.
So we should probably go back to town then.
Yeah. But maybe we like don't mention finding this frozen heart or this. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't
Agreed.
mention that and see how they treat us. We can just be like, "Oh, didn't find him. Guess we'll stay here tonight." You know?
Do not be mentioning the frozen horror, and do not be flexing with the coin either.
Yes, I will stay very quiet this time. Perhaps that will make a difference.
So, I'm gonna let you guys know something. The more short and long rests you take, the worse it is for Mulch. The longer he's lost in this frozen land.
Yeah. I would like for us to keep looking for him above table. I'm just like stuck as far as leads. Like Ada doesn't have a lot of tracking abilities.
Well, you
We're like talking people abilities.
you stumbled upon one earlier, like you said it out loud, and I'm not trying to push you in any direction. I don't want you to feel like, as your DM, like if this turns out to be a bust, I don't want you to be like, well, you told me to. So like just, but you have suspects.
True.
You could follow up on that.
I don't think a perimeter check is a bad idea. We
Okay.
gotta look for his trail.
So I'll put it down in writing right now. I will not fuck you for splitting the party if two of you or an amount of you want to go for one lead, an amount of you want to do a perimeter sweep.
I can do the perimeter sweep because I can take my disc up into the air.
All right, cool.
I say some of us go back to that inn and have a little chat with the innkeeper.
Yes.
Maybe
I will
the
go-
two of you do that. Maybe Hog and Daz and Ada go, and then I'll stay on the ground while Rain goes over top while we do the perimeter.
Okay.
Sounds-
Okay. All right. Okay. Beyond me just asking for perception and investigation checks from the two people doing the perimeter sweep, do you have any other way you're going about doing this?
I think familiarity with Mulch and just knowing
Okay.
what his footprints look like. Yeah, just survival, trying to find his trail.
Okay, okay. And I gotta say, I love the mental picture of this raccoon darting around this snowy village, like looking for tracks. So go ahead and give me survival. Zemi, I'm gonna ask you for perception. As you're flying kind of overhead, like what you can perceive.
I'll guidance myself as well because I remembered I can do that.
Okay.
Do I duck that? I have a few. Yeah, why not? I'll just fucking try to get higher than 17. Oh yeah, 21. Much better.
Okay. And what'd you get, Zemi?
Oh, I have advantage on perception checks thanks to an item. So 20.
Okay. Zemi?
Yep.
An hour goes by. You do a crisscross pattern, back and forth over the village. You don't see anything. Somehow, you feel this calling, this yearning, and you drift out to the sea. You shoot out as fast as your disc can take you for about 10 minutes. And then another 10 minutes. And then you think you find what you could taste on the air. You see a black, inky spot in the horizon. You inspect it, and you know this is portal magic. It's a portal, or residue, from a large portal couple miles off the coast. You don't know why. That's what you find. But you're going to be out of it for an amount of time because you kind of flew off to do that.
That's fine.
Again, kind of the same thing with Bandit. You start running around, darting behind the trash, behind the snow, all around the village and outside, and you don't find anything. I don't mean you don't find anything in mulch. You don't find any footprints. And you know people have been coming and going. You know people have been coming and going since you came here, since you've been to dinner. And you notice something. Since you left the village, someone or something has brushed all the snow. You suspect magically, like the gust spell or something that moves the wind. But since you came here and started asking about your friend the mushroom, someone's gone through great lengths to purify this snow, to get rid of it in a very real way, not an illusion. They didn't cover it up with magic. They made sure the snow was reset. And that's what you find out about every amount of time. Okay. How are you two going about talking to
I'm gonna let
Kogra?
Umbra Lobo take the lead, but I'm gonna be sitting in the back, like, making insight checks.
Okay. So you guys just want to, like, walk on in and talk to her?
I mean, yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna act a little tired, and like I just dealt with a lot. And I'm gonna sit at the bar again. And
Well, let me stop you there, because by the time you guys get back to the village, because you guys got out, half an hour out, fought a creature, hatched a plan, walked a half hour back, discussed a little bit again, split up. It's actually closed. Things close very early at Kurosukai. Things are not open for a long period of time. Like, again, not mind control, but this is a working village. People come here, they're paid very, very well. They work and they rack out. So it's actually... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to point out the fighting the creature was about 6 seconds, so...
It's more the travel time and hatching the plan. It was already... So it's about, like, 8 o'clock now, and everything seems to be closed.
I'm just in case it influenced anything.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so it's closed.
well, there goes that plan. They're closed.
Well, I will remind you, there's a giant hole in the roof. Remember the big flue and how the smoke works? That there's like that almost like layer of gazebo top, so the smoke could just go up and billow off the sides. So,
Let's break it.
Can Ada give me that in character?
Recall how there was a hole in the roof? If we wish to investigate, we should break in.
Yes,
And then
that's when we do a little
I
B&E.
can't make my voice do an electronic, but I need you guys to imagine the, like, let's break in, but like in a I can't do I can't make my voice electronic. I'm sorry.
Like Hero from Adventure Time.
Yes. Chat, all of you imagine it. Okay,
Yes.
how are you guys scaling this this building, and how stealthily can you do it? I'm gonna need a athletics or acrobatics, your choice, and a stealth check. Unless you're doing something wild like teleportation or something, then let me know. But if you're just
I use monk bullshit to do it.
all right, I will give you advantage on the climbing check with your monk bullshit, but I will need a stealth check.
Oh wait, you said advantage. And may I steal a duck?
Yep, you can have one of mine.
Thank you. 22.
22. All right. You easily scale the wall. Or was that the stealth?
That was stealth.
Okay. What'd you get for the climb?
Oh, I didn't remember to roll it.
Oh, I said you had advantage on the climb for monk bullshit.
Oh, I thought you said I had advantage on stealth for the monk
No.
bullshit.
So you would have gotten a 22 for the climbing check.
Well, so I rolled with advantage for the stealth, and it was still bad, so I used a duck.
Okay.
But so I've rolled 3 times now for stealth.
Okay, so what would the highest roll have been if it was acrobatics?
If it was
Yeah,
acrobatics,
just like swap out the modifier.
I guess it would be 18.
Okay, perfect. So 18's so good, you actually kind of throw Hagen on your shoulder, and you just, and now you're at the top of the longhouse. Now give me a stealth check.
But okay,
Sorry.
27.
Okay,
I mean,
perfect.
like, if you're letting me re-roll it, I'll take it.
Yeah, well, the first roll should have been for acrobatics, so we're just going to use that whole sequence of ducks and advantage for that. Okay, so Ada skillfully gets you both to the top, and that's when you start hearing, like, whispers and a weird kind of the sound of something growing really rapidly. Like, imagine if, like, a tree grew really quickly, the sounds you might hear.
I'm gonna put my finger over my lips and go, shh, and try to look down in there as best as I can.
So if you
And
look,
do a right eye.
so if you look right down in there, you're gonna get a face full of smoke. You know, think like a chimney. So
Oh, right. I figured since it was closed, there wouldn't be any smoke coming out.
no, it's still open. Like, again, there's no way to kind of how these houses are designed. And again, this is true Viking architecture. They never close, and the fire never really stops burning.
I detach my eyes like a little periscope,
All right.
which I can't do, but
It's so
that'd
creepy.
be funny.
Sorry, Hagen.
I
Did
don't
you say
know.
something?
I said last. That is so creepy.
You know what? I'll allow it. Give me an investigation check.
Damn it.
What?
10.
You gotta find a way to get in there.
I know. Well, time to climb.
Okay. So you're gonna stealthily climb down in the darkness through the flue.
Like Santa.
Like Santa. Okay. If you do it alone, raw roll. If you want to carry Hagen doing this, it's gonna be disadvantage. But if you don't
Hagen,
carry
what do you
Hagen,
think we should do?
if you don't carry Hagen, you're down there alone.
I know. I mean, I don't need to breathe. Can I just look down there and deal with the smoke?
I will keep that in mind when I set the DC.
Oh, okay.
But you do have to climb kind of down. Because even though you don't have to breathe it in, it's still like black smoke.
That's fair. Hagen, what would you like to do?
I'm thinking. I mean, if you look at me, I am literally a walking armor set made out of a potbelly stove. So
With a gun!
stealth and climbing isn't exactly my forte.
You know, you can cock your flamethrower and be like, if things get bad, like, you can stay up here.
Okay, so do we have like rope and those kinds of supplies?
Absolutely. You guys have, like, standard explorers packs. I wasn't gonna nickel and dime you and all this. Like, you guys can have most mundane items within reason. You can't just be like,
Okay.
of course we packed our raft.
Okay. Well, we did pack a raft, just for the record.
Collapsible boat.
I mean, I have an idea. You can tie her up to my armor and slowly lower me, and I'll give you a tug when I'm down.
That'd make a lot of noise, because I imagine you have disadvantage with stealth checks in your plate mail.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, you're like it's still gonna rattle as she like so. It like this is as far as you can.
Wrap the rope around me and lower me down.
That's a better idea.
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
All right. So, with a rope, you have advantage on your climbing check. So go ahead and give me an athletics check as you kind of just give me stealth. Just to streamline it.
Just stealth?
Just stealth.
18.
Okay. You descend into the room, and you see the barkeeper Kogra sitting on a giant mushroom that wasn't there before. It is a bright red capped mushroom. Mushrooms are also growing out of her eyes as she's twisted in some sort of trance. Thank you, Creamy Bong Cream, out of Bong Creams. Guys, we get a hype train going on right now. I'll give the players a little bit of a bonus.
Creamy's on cream.
Of the Von Creams?
He's the cream.
He is the creamiest.
People from all around my house screamed that. I don't know if any of you heard. People from all around the house. All right, dangerously close to this hype train, guys. If we can, it does help us out a lot. It gets on the front page for D&D. All right.
So,
She's in some sort of trance. Hold on, let me tell you what she's saying, what you hear. Let me tell you what she hears first. She's in some sort of trance as these mushrooms are growing out. She goes, "Yes, my queen. Yes. No, they've come to hunt for him. No, I sent them away. Your servant will kill him. They'll be slain in the snow. You'll have him. You'll have him soon."
I tug on the rope to go back on up.
I pull back up.
You're back up.
I believe that the Red Queen has taken our friend Mulch. She was sitting on a mushroom. Sorry, not the Red Queen. The barkeeper was sitting on the mushroom that was red downstairs.
You are
And
interrupted as 5 turtles jump out of the ocean and begin playing saxophones.
Sorry, we can't hear it here.
It's okay, I got you.
Discord.
I got you. That's why I interrupt you. Thank you also, Stave. Guys, a level 4 hype train. Holy mackerel. We are getting close to our goal. If we get to 450 subscribers, we are doing an all-familiar episode with the Graveyard Brazen where they are all going to play as their different familiars. So it's really, really funny because 2 of them have monkeys, one of which is essentially Nightwing, and the other one is essentially the Red Hood from DC Comics. So a massive shout out and thank you to Balmong. And a big old shout out to Snave, giving the Demigorgon a sub. You plucky, bro.
Chance and fate.
Yeah, right? Tempted fate with that one. All right, so you've pulled him up. Sorry, so you've been pulled up. You're there on top of the longhouse.
We should speak, but perhaps we should get further away. On second thought, now that I have thought about it a little bit more.
I whip out the heavy flamer again, and I just like put my finger on the trigger. Yes, I mean, we could just go down there, bing, bang, boom, done.
This is true, but I am concerned that this will not address the root of the problem, which is that the Red Queen appears to be trying to steal our friend Mulch.
Aye, but we have someone down there we can get answers out of from interrogation.
That is a very good point. However, enhanced interrogation techniques historically do not actually work very well.
It depends on who's doing the interrogation.
In this world, I suppose that's true. Alright, off we go!
Okay, so you're trying to sneak back up to her, or are you just dropping in?
I would like to listen. Now that I know that she's talking to somebody, I want to wait until she's done talking to the Red Queen, because I don't want the Red Queen to know that we're coming.
Say, give me 2 rapid tugs, and that'll be the signal to go.
Okay. You descend back into the room with, with Hagen just ready to go with his heavy flamer to burn the heresy, if needed, of this false god as you descend.
We shouldn't be doing this without the rest of the party.
As you descend back into no take backsies. As you descend back in to the room, I as the DM call no takes backsies.
Yeah, fair enough.
And she goes, "Hail to the decay. Hail to the fungi. Hail to the Lady of Rot. Amen. Amen." And the mushrooms in her eyes, like, almost it's almost like National Geographic where they like speed up time or reverse time to show the growth of plants. They just recede. They like re-deepen back into her eyes, and they once again become those 2 strange Asimarian collars, one white eye and one black. all the other fungal nature of her stuff returns to her form, once again showing that stout and hardy Asimarian form. The mushroom she's sitting on just shrinks back into the ground. She dusts off her clothes, works her stiff muscles, and goes over to the sink and starts washing the dishes.
Okay, so on the one hand, we should be intimidating. On the other hand, it's Ada. So,
Guys, this hype train looks like it's wrapping up. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead and chat. Just what little bonus would you like the players to have for that? That was so incredible. Getting to a hype train level 4 this late at night, like that is sensational. I want to give them all advantage. What do you want me to throw at them right now, guys? Because thank you. I really want to reward that kind of kindness. So chat, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, go ahead. Continue the scene.
all right. So I want to walk up as quietly as possible and sit at the bar because I want to jump scare her when she turns around.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll. Like, she just hums, and you just sit there, and it's taking too long. Like, she hasn't turned around yet, and it's getting to be like, it's one of those times where, like, it probably hasn't been all that damn long, but it feels like a real, like when you're holding like a plank, yeah.
Like, sit and wait.
So finally,
When you hold the door open for somebody behind you, but
Yeah.
you don't know how far away they're actually gonna be, so it's like that awkward long time.
I was also thinking, like,
Yeah.
maybe, like, when you're holding, like, a plank and, like, time seems to stop when you're, like, exercising.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that. Okay.
Okay, so maybe I will.
I got you. Hold on. Okay, no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I was thinking maybe that I like pour myself some kind, like, you know, I'm just acting natural. Like I pour myself some kind of drink.
You elongate one of your arms, like grab a flagon, a craft of wine, and you just pour it out. And you start humming the same tune she's humming, and at that point she turns around, just bewildered, just terrified.
Sorry. Hello. We have more to discuss.
She grabs a crossbow from underneath the bar and is just like,
Now,
are robbers,
unnecessary.
thieves.
I will pay. You are busy.
You're breaking and entering. You need to leave. You're not allowed. Trespasser.
And you're corresponding with the Red Queen and hiding our friend from us. I would like more information than what you gave us before, and I would like it to be correct this time.
Damn Oathbach didn't do his job. You should be dead in the snow.
He attempted to do his job, but, well, we are very competent. You should have planned better if you wanted to be rid of us.
She tilts the crossbow underneath her chin and tries to fire. What do you do?
Oh my god, I stop her.
Okay, ow!
Oh my god, okay, so I guess as a monk I can react pretty fast.
Ooh, okay. I know how I want to do this. I have an idea. I'm gonna roll damage.
No!
And I'm gonna tell you right now, she's like a level 0 commoner. Like, she's just like a cultist.
No.
So,
Wait a second.
well, here's my bargain. If you come up with a better idea, we could absolutely do that. But here's what I am offering. Monks have an ability to intercept projectiles. So I'm gonna roll damage, and
I have that.
oh, I'm sure you do. You get that. Monks get that at pretty low levels. You're a 6th level monk.
Matrix style, grab it midair.
Uh-huh.
Yes, okay, I do have it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
3rd level.
So I'm gonna roll
Okay.
damage for this crossbow, and if you are able to, like, what is it, D10 plus monk level?
Yeah, D10 plus dexterity mod plus monk level.
So this is a heavy crossbow, so she's rolling a D12.
Okay.
D12 plus dex. All right, go ahead and roll it.
Sorry, I'm just gonna roll a D10 in the chat because
Go for it.
I don't know how to type in roll 20.
Whoo! So that's a 15. I want you to know that with modifiers, with her dexterity modifier, I got a 13.
Well, she rolled 9 plus 6 for her monk level.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
it.
My monk level plus 4 for my dexterity.
Yeah, but it was closer than you thought. Like, you lunged and had to get it. Good night, Heavy Flamer. Thank you so much for being here. We should be wrapping up early.
Right,
if
throw it back at her.
you know what? For thematic reasons,
I get to kill you. I get.
for thematic reasons, you throw it like onto her cloak, so she's like pinned to the floor.
Ooh, yeah.
All right,
I like that.
you have control over the
I
situation.
want to take the weapon away from her. I would like to like grapple it away from her. Or
No,
something.
easily done. You're like a level 10 character.
Right.
Pull it away.
Okay. Now, none of that. That would be pointless. You seem like a nice enough person. It's just that
I'm
you lied
not.
to us. Well, then I suppose you can kill yourself later, because we need information.
I can't betray my queen.
You can and you will.
Roll intimidation on
You
that.
just said you weren't that good of a person. But you can do one good thing, and that's reconnecting us with our friend.
For the you can and you will, give me an intimidation roll.
Ah, yes, Ada's specialty.
I'm sorry.
And before Nat 20.
It's gonna be a 10.
10? Okay.
You know what, though? I'm gonna add a Bard's Requiem to that.
Okay.
I don't
I was
remember
about
what
to say, we
that
got
is.
ducks and stuff.
Just roll a d8.
What is... Okay. I'm
It's
rolling
like
it
Bardic
in
Inspiration.
Twitch chat again.
That's a 1. Twitch chat doesn't like you. Alright, so you got an 11. Okay.
Okay, well, 11.
She doesn't seem that scared, and she goes, I can't betray her. I won't. I am of her. I am her gift. Unlike the anathema, unlike the false child, the corrupted one.
Got it. You speak of mulch.
Ha! Mulch. That name an insult. Do you know what mulch does to mushrooms?
I can't say that I do. I mean, do I? But probably not.
No?
I don't.
She goes, mulch is a layer of muck you put over life to kill it, to keep things from growing. People put mulch to surround their pretty little gardens so nothing threatens the one little section they grew roses. Mulch is the anathema of life. And from what I understand about yard work, that is true.
Real human. That's not what I thought mulch did.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's half true.
It's half true? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good enough.
The
Yeah.
other half
Okay,
is
no,
that
I just real human. I was like, isn't mulch fertilizer?
yeah,
But it is not. Apparently, I learned something new today.
Zippy,
it,
go
it
ahead.
makes what you want to grow better, and it makes what you don't want to grow worse.
Yeah, it
Because it
essentially
does add nutrients to the soil, but it also prevents things from growing in the places where you put it.
Yes, that is very
Okay.
true. And like any good villain, she is only focusing on the negative.
Got it.
But thank you,
Okay.
thank you, Sammy. I hope Oki heard that. I've been saving that one for a while. I've been saving that little speech.
So, is our friend in danger from your creator?
Mother wants her son.
For harm or non-harm?
She wants her son because he belongs to her.
Ah. So not really for a reason then.
So,
Just-
real quick, Ada, you were not, your character was not aware that Mulch is the child of the Red Queen.
Oh, okay, shit. Right. That makes sense actually why I
You're
wouldn't
fine.
know that.
You're fine. He is conveyed to you because you hang out in the clubhouse. He's conveyed to you that his father is Doroma, and all of you characters would recognize the name Doroma. Doroma is a very powerful and good archfey. He is the embodiment of spring. In some occasions, a part of him dies every winter just to come back alive in thunderous glory every spring. He's a very, very powerful archfey.
Okay, so Ada is more surprised than that, but tries not to show it. That's what it is. She's putting on a face for the interrogation because
Totally fine.
she's very surprised.
And what's very funny is how the NPC Dorama acts is exactly very similar to how Mulch acts. The callousness towards it doesn't matter, a life will continue. That Oki plays is very similar to an NPC of the. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's all very cool. She wants her boy.
I see. Where is she?
I'll tell you, if you let me live. Let me maintain my little hovel here in secret to my god. And I'll tell you where you can go die, where we're holding your friend.
There is a problem. The problem is that you may warn her that we are coming. So we will need some kind of assurance that you will not. How do you correspond with your queen?
She describes a powerful version of the sending spell through the mushrooms that hide in her body.
Okay, I was curious if she had any like components or anything that we could take and like give back to her later.
Somatic
to be
component. There are some somatic components, so just tie her up.
Yeah, but like we can't leave her tied up for days. Like that's not.
You can.
I mean, we can, but she'll die.
True. So the area that she states, that she tells you guys that Mulch is at, is actually very, very close to town. There's a small sea cave right off the harbor. Like, Mulch has been a 10-minute walk this whole time.
Damn.
But, yes, so...
How many of your brethren are also in town?
Just the jailer.
Is she lying?
Make an insight check.
$28.
28. All right. She's telling the truth, but she knows something else. There's some other information she's not giving you.
I see. Is there anything else that would be useful for us to know in our endeavors?
Make a persuasion or intimidation check.
I'm not good at either of those. This should have been Rain.
Rain's
18.
Rain's coming back to 18's good enough. Okay, 18. Yeah, you give her like a weird electrical eye like shimmer, and she goes, "When you free him, Mother will send her legion to destroy this village and take back Mulch. You can bind me, but that's fine. By the next dawn, I will be freed, or we will all be dead."
If we do not bring him back to the village, will the village still be under siege?
If you do not bring him back to the village, she will take it and burn it in spite.
I see. We should warn the guards then.
So, mechanically speaking, just so you guys know, for about 2 weeks, go rescue Mulch. If you guys want to stay up a little bit later, there's like a mini, there's going to be a little bit of a fight. And then all of next session is how do you guys, with Mulch, who will be here, defend this town.
Ooh.
So that will be part
Exciting.
2. Now, I'm good to go, but if you guys are getting tired, like, we can pick it up here next session. What do you guys think?
I am getting tired, and I do have an early shift start tomorrow, unfortunately.
Okay. Let me...
I'll level. I'm sleepy, but I do want to keep going.
I can go all night for you, Case.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
And I have made it gay, and I got sorcery points back.
Perfect. All right. For a bit of speed, Hombre Lobo, tell me how this rubs you. If I can get you out of here in a half hour, is that cool?
That works.
Okay. All right. So for the sake of brevity, you guys all with the sound of the fishing village trickling into, with the sound of the fishing village trickling into your ears. You guys all meet up on the bank, and you're like, Zemi's like, oh, or sorry, Rain's like, there's a weird abyssal portal, like, 5 miles off the coast here. And Bandit's like, shit, guys, someone's gone through great lengths to hide any tracks. And Ada's like, the Red Queen's here, Mulch is her kid, and he's being hidden in this cave. You guys quickly convey all of that information to each other as you guys begin heading to the cave very, very swiftly. All right, how do I...
Hey guys, we checked the town as planned. Did you talk to the people? Yeah, in a manner of speaking.
All right.
Like they told you what you wanted to hear.
All right, Zemi, real quick on the map, give me a mushroom right here, and then just give me like a fucked up demon over here.
On secret?
Yes, on secret.
Okay.
Secret.
So you guys, again, there was going to be a lot more like fun build up for this, but I do want to move this quickly for just like the brevity of everyone. You guys start moving through the sea cave, ankle deep, freezing cold salt water, kind of sloshing up against your ankles. And as you go deeper and deeper, this is a green light, and you get to hear Mulch just be like, "Come on, just let me go. It's all right. Listen, how about you and I play Bones? Whoever has the most bones when we're done wins and gets to make the rules." Which is a real Mulch quote that I love.
I love Bones.
I should have had my little Mulch hat. I should have grabbed Mulch's costume out of the basement if I had been thinking. But yeah, I'm gonna move these around. This is my big fungal demon, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and this is my big fungal prison.
You gotta move the players.
Should we
Yeah,
be
I haven't moved it yet. I'm
Yeah,
waiting
don't
to.
worry. Go ahead. Now's good. Go
Okay.
ahead.
should the board be visible to the stream as well?
Not quite yet. I am gonna put on the epic battle music a little bit early. And guys, try to know what you want to do before it's your turn.
Mhm.
All right, let's go ahead. And yeah, where Bandit is, that's a fine place for you guys to kind of all come in. And I will show...
I mean, I forgot to do the thing. Do, and copy.
Oki, if you're here, what should Mulch be saying to this giant fungal demon as everyone is entering in? And Mulch, I would have you come into Disco and do it right now, but we'll actually fuck up the entire overlay. And it would take some time for me to, like, reset everything. Alright, gang.
Only if he turns his camera on.
No, it would, so a block would still appear. Showing, yeah, and that would move everyone around.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go howling into the, or charging into the, or moving probably cautiously into the room, but as you guys come around the corner, the sloshing does alert the demon as it twists its head and goes, "Who comes before the carriage?"
I come wherever I like.
God damn it. God. Jesus, man. Disgusting flesh bag. This colossal, like, again, a fungal, gross, demonic brute. And you guys do know something. The snow of Ninova is a bane to demons, and that's why you see there is no snow in this icy sea cave. The creature, the colossal fungi, grunts again and moves towards you and goes, "The carriage is coming for the sun. Leave."
No.
Leave.
Huh. Cute. Is it currently snowing?
Outside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm gonna make a big old blast of wind start blowing the snow inside the cave then.
Okay, As you do that, I'm gonna guess everyone roll initiative as you start trying to
There's
call.
one complication, which is that Mulch is also demonic.
Eh. He can
Table for
hide.
travel.
All right. Okay, everybody roll initiative, please.
Most of us have.
All right, cool.
I am sorry.
Who has higher than 16?
I do.
Okay. You are going first, and then oh, you do as well. Okay, I have a 16. Whoever's going first, go first.
Okay. And I will start this off by twinning another haste. Is he close enough that I can get to him? No. No, he is not. So I will follow that up by moving closer. I'll just go and cover Mulch from the back. And then I will hit him with my lightning bolt from my staff. So I'll need a dex save.
Okay. Does a 19 save?
Yes it does.
Okay.
So-
Despite it being this weird fungal colossi, you blast it, it goes straight through it, but whatever you hit, it wasn't any part of its bulk that it needed. It just penetrates the husk. This creature does seem very similar to those who have seen Holch.
Ooh.
Fun. He'll take 14 damage then.
Okay.
14 lightning.
All right. Next up.
Ada gets big!
All right. Ada is big.
Mulch, are you alright? And I'm gonna run as close as I can get to it, so I get to... Oh, wait, you said you did haste again?
Yeah.
Or no?
Nope.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have
sweet.
a.
Yes!
Mulch
okay.
just goes,
Remind-
nope.
He's not okay?
Yeah, he's, are you okay? He just holds the bars. Nope. You notice that, sorry. You notice that there are these weird iron rings around his roots on his feet. And just to kind of give it to you at a quick glance, you notice that he is cut off from the magic of the realm. So Mulch is a druid, and he needs nature as much as nature needs him, and he is cut off from nature in this weird, though he's in this weird fungal prison, it is abyssal fungi and not connected to the nature he's used to, and the iron rings are barring him from his power.
Okay. That's not good, but I'm gonna focus on hitting this thing,
Okay.
because that's what I do as a monk. That's my one thing. So I am going to take a couple swings. So I got big, that was a bonus action. Actually, I'm gonna say I ran at it and then got big, because each creature of my choice that you can see within 10 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, take force damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die.
Okay. Does a 15
So-
save?
That's such a good question, and I was about to go looking for what my DC is, but it's very unclear.
I'm gonna say probably not at this level.
Yeah, probably.
Usually around 16, 17, 18 around this level. So
Yeah,
that should
so I'm
be-
gonna
Monks
go.
is like,
What'd you say, Case?
I don't think I save because I only have a 15. Like I imagine you have at least a 16.
you use your wisdom for your spell save, so it's 8
Oh, okay,
plus
then-
your proficiency plus wisdom.
And then martial arts die is the other problem that I
I want to say it's
Don't
D6s at level 10.
okay, great. So roll 2d6. Then wait for Nightbot. Wait for Nightbot. 3 damage.
3.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Yay! I did it.
He laughs at you, puts his hand on your head, and says, "Ah, you weren't the ravens I was expecting, but I was
Well,
still
I still have a
expecting you."
turn,
Oh,
so-
so sorry. Forgive me. Go ahead.
I still get to hit him, so he can say all that, but damn it. I feel like I'm the only one using table decks, but on the flip side, can I use a table deck?
Yep.
Thank you.
We have one table duck left.
You also have a Rage
All right.
Merrill on the table.
Oh my god, it was the same thing. Does a 12 hit
No,
this fucker?
you well again, you are hitting it, but you're not finding anything vital as you pummel into this creature. Second attack.
How about a 20 fucking 3?
You find something good.
Yay! Okay, that's gonna be 14, 15, 16 damage.
16 damage. All right. Okay. Bonus action? Oh, your bonus action was the charge thing?
My bonus action was the getting big.
Okay. He says, the queen knows you, Ada. And he puts his hand on your head and says, commence emergency shutdown. And he casts power word stun.
Motherfucker.
So there's no save, but at the end of your next turn, you can try to save.
Bummer.
And then he's going
Wait,
to
hold on.
lumber over here and starts to kind of move towards Hagen, just crunching its giant fungal fists. That is his entire turn, though. It does take his whole turn to do that. All right, who's next?
Does this count as being paralyzed?
So I just looked it up. It is a stun. So it is paralyzed and stun, I believe, are different conditions. So I would say no.
Bummer.
Because it is more like you are completely dumbfounded. Your mind is overwhelmed. If you have fewer than 150 HP, which I imagine you do.
Yeah. Not by a lot, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Either Bandit or
Hagen.
Hagen. Take it away.
I'm going to break out the heavy flamer and let it rip.
All right. 60-foot stream. Okay, yeah, you can hit him from there.
And that was what, dex plus proficiency?
Yep.
Hit? Would a 22 hit?
22 hits, but don't bother rolling damage as your flamethrower just ignites this mushroom. Just like in real life, fire doesn't do great against living plants. I know in movies and stuff it does, but D&D kind of operates under like kind of a more realistic rules in that sense. It is having a lot, whatever this thing is, it is wet and just moist, just a lot like mulch, or hulch rather, and it seems completely immune to fire. So that's only one of your attacks. You do have another one. So you could drop the heavy flamer and come in with a sword. Or whatever weapon it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my heavy flamer and pull out my trusty frost great axe.
Alright, so you go charging in. What is your movement speed?
Walking speed is 20 feet.
Okay, you cannot quite make it. Do you
Alright,
have
so
any
I'll
other range
roll-
weapons?
No. I'm just going to take a couple feet forward and just stay in a ready stance with my axe.
Okay, cool. So you get up there with a ready stance in your axe. Okay,
I'm
last.
gonna pretty much hold my axe up and like give him a come at me bro look.
Okay, alright. Nice. Okay, next up is going to be Bandit.
Me. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna move up too, but kinda stay behind. Stay
Smorg.
right behind Hagen. And I'm within 30 feet, so I point the staff at him, and like tendrils of dark, like purple black energy coalesce on the tip, and then it shoots out at him in a beam. I'm gonna cast Blight.
Blight, okay. What kind of save?
Con save.
This
17.
This creature has a hardy con as I roll a 25 with my con save.
Well,
if you target a plant creature or a magical plant, it makes the saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
Does this count for him?
Yes, it does. So I got an 18 on the die, and a natural 20 on my second roll.
Okay. Well, he takes half, I think, on a fail. But if he fails the save, he would have taken like maximum possible damage.
Yeah, it's a good spell. Good try. Keep rocking with that one.
But he takes 20 necrotic damage.
Okay. Necrotic, you say?
Yep.
He is not immune or resistant to necrotic damage. You found a winner.
I read the spell and it said it fucked plants up, so I'm gonna cast it.
I hear you. I hear this fucks you, plant boy.
That's my turn.
All right. Back to Ada. Or is Rainer first?
Oh, Rain is first.
Yep,
Rain's
Rain is first. And I'm going to fuck this thing's day up.
Yes.
I used my Hexblade Curse on it,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go ahead and Booming Blade it and attack it a second time.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'll use a duck on the 17 to re-roll that.
Okay.
Uh,
Good plan.
It's still 17.
Just
Okay.
misses.
Well, the 22 hits.
Actually, wait, does haste give a bonus to hit in this
No.
game?
To AC.
Okay. So yeah. So the 22 hits then, right?
Oh.
Yeah, 17 just misses. The 22 has to hit.
So would the Booming Blade go on the second hit still then? Or does that just get used up? If
No,
it
I
misses?
believe it's when you hit on your next hit. That's why it's a concentration spell.
Booming Blade is not concentration.
Okay.
On a hit.
Thank you, Air.
Yeah. I make a melee attack.
It just says
Okay.
on a hit. So.
I don't know if 5e carries over touch attacks. Like if you can carry the charge.
So it'll be your next hit.
Okay. So
Can't
then
be
that'll
right.
be 1d8 plus 4, and then I get another plus 8, so 27.
Okay, I am not believing
39.
my roll app. My roll app is I've rolled 68 3 times and I haven't gotten higher than
Yeah,
12.
leave a space in between the first number and the D.
Don't leave a space.
Do leave a space if you want to see individual ones.
Okay.
That is wild. So 47 damage.
47 damage. Okay. Oh, what
Yep.
kind of damage is it?
It is a mixture. Let's see. The Booming Blade is thunder. The staff gives me additional lightning damage.
Tell me the lightning damage.
The lightning damage. That would be 6 lightning.
Okay. You see the creature is very resistant to lightning damage, but the rest of it does go through. Okay. Real quick point of order. As this is all happening, you hear a cackling in the distance as someone is used to summon attack. And Miera the Mother just appears for a split second, bathing the most damaged player in Moonlight. Who's lost the most HP, do you guys think?
I've only lost 12.
Has anyone lost more than 12?
Nope.
Okay, you are bathed in moonlight by the Mother and receive 32 temporary HP.
Oh shit, I forgot I made it 10 patrons.
Okay.
Oh!
All right. Next up is Athena. Athena, your turn happens. At the end of your turn, you can try to save versus stun.
I just want, like, point of order just to acknowledge it. I know I said it in the chat, but I should have done extra attacks before, and I'm sorry.
So
Anyway, yes, I get to make a saving throw.
yes, I need a con save.
Con save. That's a 20.
That beats the spell save DC. You're able to. Ugh.
Just.
Friends,
for
I have
clar-
rewritten my code to get rid of that stupid override.
Roa, just for clarification, as a monk, you should be making 4 attacks with haste.
Yeah.
Five if you use a key point with your bonus action to do flurry of blows. You can hit 5 times in a row.
Yeah, I did my regular attack and my extra attack. I didn't do my bonus because I used my bonus action already. And then, but I should have done it an extra
The
time.
hasted attack.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
All good. All right, go ahead. It is your turn.
That's the end of her turn.
Oh
it's your
yeah,
turn.
yeah. Sorry, that's the end of your turn. So you are back up, but we're just testing out some of the summon stuff.
What? Sorry.
Just
You need help.
no. Just Aaron wanted to see kind of what else was in the pool. So I just
I
threw
can-
some.
yeah.
All right. Next up.
Just do.
You.
All right. Sorry. Okay, so that is now the creature's turn. Seeing Ada back up and big on its trickery, it crosses its arms and a big shroud of darkness appears around it, obscuring its vision as it cackles. All its attacks will have disadvantage on it now. As the fungus just releases a cloud of dark, blacky ink. It seems allergic to fair fights. That is, however, its turn. All right, next up.
Haagen-Dazs.
That would be me. I'm going to run up and I'm going to two-hand my axe and slam it into this thing's midriff.
Okay, so it's so bulky that you can kind of find it within the darkness, but all attacks do have disadvantage. So roll twice to take the lower.
Lower is 13.
Okay, you clave through something, but it wasn't vital. Second attack. You hear the rumbling laugh.
My lower was 20.
That'll hit! You find it there. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 9, and then I get to do, what was it?
D4 of
D4
cold damage.
frost?
Yep. And this creature does not resist cold. Frost kills the mushroom. For another 4 points of damage. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Next up is Bandit.
I'm just gonna move to the side a little bit. So
Okay.
I'm not standing in a line, and then same thing again.
So,
Blight.
does it say a creature you can see?
Yep. I can still see him.
Nope. He is shrouded in darkness. There's like a moving
Okay.
figure
It
in
does
there.
say-
Yeah.
You can see. Well, there's not really trees underground here for me to use.
This mushroom is smart.
Okay. I gotta check text on stuff now because I don't memorize. Okay, we'll do this then. Instead of moving to the side, I will move up in range of the darkness. Just kind of stumble forward and lean on this rock here,
Okay.
and I'll cast Aura of Vitality. So I imagine like a bunch of like the like tree roots that make up a lot of his like bags and the little stuff that he's made to carry his stuff extend down to his feet and then out around everyone and starts to glow. Like a 30-foot radius, so I think it's got everybody, even
Yeah.
oh hell yeah, he's in it. And as a bone, I can heal people with a bonus action.
Okay.
Nobody really needs it yet.
Not yet, but
Maybe
good.
mulch.
Good thing
Maybe
to
I'll
set
use
up.
my bonus action to give mulch 2d6.
Mulch will take it. Also, Oki, I know it's late. Any chance you're still here? If you're here, make some noise. All right. And back to Rain.
Yep. Bonus action to activate my Maelstrom aura as an aura of magical wind and lightning just explodes around me.
All right, very cool. Thunder
you
cracks in
say-
the cave.
Would you say that has an effect on his darkness aura?
No. The only thing that
Okay.
there are very specific things that affect darkness.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just full attack it.
Okay. Roll to hit. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. 24 and 21.
Okay, the 21 hits and the 24
That's-
hits. Yes, these are
That is
different attacks.
2 crit threats
Yeah.
that he dodged. Alright, so... on both of these, actually, I will activate my Strike of the Giants, so I'll take an extra d6 plus 4 lightning
Okay.
damage.
So the lightning he does seem to resist. If you can, please give me the lightning separate.
Yep.
Did you like my mulch impression?
Okay, so the lightning damage total is 17, 18, 19.
19. Okay, that's gonna be halved.
Then
And then what's the other damage?
I'm adding that up quick.
Okay, but yeah, you are able to find something in the shadows and stab your staff, sword,
Yep.
staff. You're able to crack your staff into something. You're hitting some good bits deep in there. It was pretty decent. Thank you. I love that. It's like, how are you doing? And Mulch just goes like, I love Ada. Like, Mulch, are you okay? No.
The remaining damage is totals to 80.
Wait, what?
80 damage.
Wait,
That's both attacks put together?
Yeah.
I might need to see that broken down in the future. We're gonna go for it because that seems like a lot for 2 attacks.
I have a lot of multipliers going into this with my Hexblade Curse, because that triggers on extra damage.
Yeah, I might need to see the breakdown for that later, but we'll go with it for now. Because that seems
what's the?
very high for 2 attacks that are not crits. Because it's your staff's a D8.
Oh, wait. Wait, my staff is the D8.
Yeah.
I don't have a D8. I have a D6 in there.
Well, if it's one-handed because you have a shield, then yeah, it's a D6. Just be
My
like-
shield is my disc.
Are you
That's not my
booming
hand.
blading twice around?
No.
Okay. Because booming blade should only be on 1 attack.
Yeah. I added an extra D6 plus 4. My staff natively has an extra 2d6. And then the extra staff damage gets the plus 4 as well as the regular staff attack.
So the extra damage from Hexblade does not apply to each damage value. It's just you just add your charisma modifier to damage. It doesn't go per die.
It's not per die, it's per instance of damage. So extra damage instead. I looked it up online to make sure.
No, so it should go on to 1 attack. The extra, that's why it's the
Okay.
5 damage that you get, or whatever you get your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
That should go like you get an additional 5 on 1 attack. So we'll figure that out later. I'm just gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna add an amount of damage, but yeah.
50 damage, 52.
Yeah, 52
Damage
damage for 2
remaining.
attacks with like a 3d6 weapon and a cantrip. That makes a bit more sense. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Next up is Ada.
All right. Ada's eyes glow. The runes on her, like around her face, glow, and she activates the visage of the astral self, which means that there are a couple of effects here, but mainly I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet.
Okay.
So I will not be much.
Didn't know if you didn't know about that one.
So I do have to use a key point to do that, but I do. So I'm going to attack normally. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
12 plus 6 plus 1. So 19. It's gonna be a 25 to hit.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
16.
16. And what kind of damages are all these?
These are all force.
Okay. Doesn't resist force.
I get to do 2 more attacks.
Okay. You actually get 3 more
That's
with your
not
haste.
funny.
Okay.
What?
Roll damage.
Ooh.
I don't know what it's adding here.
I think
I'm
it's
not
adding
sure where
crit
some of these numbers
damage.
are coming from. But it didn't add crit damage before, which is why it's so weird. Are you able to see those numbers, Case?
I see 8 plus 4 and a 7 plus 10?
Yeah,
It's-
and then a 1 as well.
The +4 is rolling a d8. The +10 is rolling 2d6.
Oh, because the 2d6 is because those are the 2 numbers, so it's doubling the dice rolls, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, you said we add dice rolls, so you can either add the first, just double the first number and drop the other, or not. I don't care because
Yeah,
I'm gonna do another attack.
We'll do 16 plus 4 for another 20 damage.
That's gonna be 16 to hit.
That just misses.
Bummer.
You have 1 more attack with your hasted action.
I do.
Yeah.
You have your hasted action. You can dash or attack. Dodge.
Yep.
Wait, but I just did. Okay. I just did my normal action and my extra attack.
Oh, I thought you were Fury of Blowing.
No, because I used my bonus action to get the not disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Alright, thank you. Okay, next is going to be him. He finally gets it. So, you guys can't see him, but from all your attacks, all your hits, you feel like you're doing really, really well. These strikes coming at you feel more like death throws than a proper assault from a great demon. I'm just gonna, everyone's actually in range of him, so I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on a d4. So Ada gets a hit, and Rain gets a hit. So first attack on Ada does a 17 hit.
It does not.
Ooh, alright. Rain does a 19 hit.
No. I have 21 with haste.
Yeah, so attacks come lashing out at you guys out of the darkness and snarls, but you're able to knock away the blows as it comes down to Haggard's turn. Or Hagen, forgive me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna two-hand my axe and give it a good old swing as best as I can into that mist.
Okay.
Figure out if I can hit something.
Hold on real quick, I forgot to do something. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, out of the 3 concentration checks that Ada forced, he actually failed 1. And as Ada's fist connects with the creature's jaw, the darkness disappears, showing an incredibly haggard and tortured beast, very close to death. So roll normally.
Oh. I kept
Here we go.
forgetting about the rolls it has to make against me, too.
Yeah, concentration checks.
First attack probably misses. That was a 12.
Alright, second attack.
Also miss.
Alright. Would you like to action surge to take 2 more attacks?
I would love to. Thank
Go
you for offering.
ahead!
Next one is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit, roll damage.
I got 13 plus a d4.
14 plus a d4 for... roll a d4 for me.
Plus another 4 damage.
18 points of damage. Panda, can you give me a face? Ooh, are you okay?
Yes.
You were reading your phone, so I thought you were awake. Can you give me an uwu finish him?
Finish him.
Alright, how do you destroy this creature? What's it? I didn't. So Panda had her phone up like this, so I assumed she was awake. So I reached out with my hand and just tapped her leg. I guess she kind of nodded off there. Apologize for that. All right, go ahead and Hombre Lobo, how do you destroy this creature?
I'm gonna say it's a really cliche and say, hardest time is over. I'm gonna swing it as mightily as I can into his midriff, and as the blade bites into him, everything starts to freeze over on that wound as he just loses all the color from the frost.
The snow in Ninova is cursed to kill demons as you slay this creature, returning it to the frost. You guys have saved Mulch. And we're going to wrap it up really quick here so Hombre Lobo, so all of my players can go rack out. But join us next time as we start right from this point. And guys, the attack coming, you might just get a short rest, not a long one. Ooh. As you guys have to fortify and defend the town from whatever retaliation the Red Queen sends. But Oakland, good news, you're alive. I am gonna go ahead and go boop and find someone here to raid into. Guys, wonderful session tonight. Really good job. Join us 2 weeks from tonight, and I will work a little bit harder on Roll20 to have a bit more of an understanding of that game.
Bandit just rolled a nat 20.
No, well, I'll wait till he raids out, and then I'll tell a little story about it.
All right, cool, very cool. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and raid into Drucifer. He is another tier 3 subscriber. We're trying to be really wonderful to these sloppity pipers. More and more, I really want to do more to support these guys. And bam, honestly, at its finest. Hell yeah, man. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have saved Mulch. We're going to go ahead and raid out and join us in 2 weeks for the follow-up to this game. Everybody wave. Bye.